Do you hear that? Yeah, for sure. That's the sound of literally anyone over the age of 18. Time to flirt, baby. Wait, do my ears deceive me? Is that also the sound of children laughing? Oh. More people to sacrifice then, I guess. Welcome everybody to Scarlet Hollow, the horror mystery game in which every decision matters. If you are into these types of games, this is chapter 4. I've got a playlist in the description below. Last time, we went to dinner with a gay vampire, and I know, aren't they all gay people? I mean, and then we got haunted by a ghost, but because we were so smart, he left us alone. And today, I think we're going back to the gay vampire. You open your eyes. It's a new day. Last night seemed so far away, you can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare, chased away by the harsh morning light. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine, but your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hope you made it home okay, says Kanika. Haven't heard from Stella since last night. How about you? You check your messages, there's nothing from Stella. She's our romantic interest right now, but my most interesting interest is my cousin Tabitha. Not romantically, don't worry. Okay, we can call Stella, we can text Stella, or we can just say that we haven't heard from her either. Why don't we call Stella? If we recall last time she was possessed, I believe she became Edwardine, Charles Shaw Jr.'s lover in a past life. You dial Stella. Hey, what's up? Not much, Stella. Not answering Kanika, eh? Haha, just kidding. I'm not able to come to the phone right now. Fuck you, Stella. You got me. This is actually a recording of my voice. It isn't really me. Technology, huh? She's a YouTuber, if you couldn't tell. Not a very high IQ. Anyway, leave a message, or don't. I never check this thing. And then question mark. The mailbox is full and can't accept messages this time. Why did I really get a question mark from that? Whatever. I'll text her as well. That's probably what I would do. Hey, you good? Morning, hot stuff. Hey, I'm kind of worried after you ran off last night. Text me as soon as you get the chance. That Wayne guy didn't come after you, did he? Kanika and I are pretty worried about you. Please respond. How's my favorite cryptid hunter? Hey, sent Stella a photo of a nervous puppet. Morning, hot stuff. Look, while I want to romance her, I don't want to be a fuckboy, okay? This is a game where I'm LARPing. I don't have to be myself IRL this time, right? Everybody, even though I decided to be a book-smart, flirtatious man in this game as well. I think I'm going to say, kind of worried you ran off last night. Text me as soon as you get the chance, and then we can flirt from that afterwards. You wait for a few silent minutes. Your message since undelivered. Alright, well, I guess she's dead then. Maybe she's just sleeping in. Never mind how Stella is. How are you doing? Everyone had a rough night. She's probably still shaken up. That sounds pretty good. What if Wayne got her? I'm not going to be shitting on Wayne because I actually think he's a good guy in this game. So let's chill about that. Why don't we say everybody had a rough night? Yeah, but I don't love that she's out there somewhere by herself considering all the shit that's been going down. We should look for her, right? Come to town. We should stick together. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Alright, why don't we visit the opossum, my boy Carlos. Oh, yes, and I can't remember what I called you. I think Jennifer. You open the drawers. The two opossums stare up at you. They both have bread now. That's nice. Alright, wave at them. You guys fuck with me? You're not scared anymore? They continue to stare up at you blankly in response. Close the drawers. You know, they used to play dead, but now I think they've taken a liking to me. It's because I haven't taken a shower yet, and I will continue not to. Why don't I check the closet? I know where this doll comes from. This is Charles Shaw Jr.'s now. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. Oh, that's true. But your long-dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Ooh la la. You know what makes me feel better when I realize that there was a home invasion? Taking a shower. Boom. Let's see how realistic this shower is, okay? You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. It feels good to wash away the grime of last night's haunting, but eventually you'll have to leave this place and confront the rest of the day. In the meantime, Oh, I'm thinking in the shower. That's not what I do. I just, wash my hair. And not wash my feet. They're too far down there. Think about the afterlife. It's undeniably real at this point, and what you've seen is terrifying. Think about the door in the clinic. You're still drawn to it even now. You'll be going back there today. You're sure of it. That is what I said in the opening. Think about Stella running off last night. Hopefully she's just sleeping in. Think about those two girls still buried in that horrible mine. Think about Duke and the image of him lying there slumped against a tree with half his head blown off. Scrub feverishly, trying to scrape the memories from your skin as if they're a part of the dirt that coats you. Think about Sybil's warning. The worst is yet to come. Think about Wayne and whether you're ever truly alone. Think about someone special. I feel like we had some of these options before. I mean, what would I do? I guess I would probably be thinking about the afterlife. Although, I don't know, man. Maybe the afterlife only exists in Scarlet Hollow. To be honest, I want to think about Wayne. I want to know what my character thinks about Wayne. Never mind, I'm done here. So, if you are interested in Wayne, Go fuck yourself. I leave the shower now. Alright, let's head downstairs and continue. If you're enjoying this video series, actually, let me know. Leave a like, leave some comments for algorithm engagement. Maybe even send it to friends, because it's underperforming. It's kind of an unknown game thus far, because not all of the parts are out yet. But I'm really enjoying it. I know that some of you are fervently enjoying it, so it would really help the series out. You find her in the kitchen, her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. Oh, Tabitha! I love you so much, dude. We've bonded so much. They're striking. This week of all weeks, as if I didn't have enough on my plate already. Book smart. If history is anything to go off here, it almost doesn't matter how strong the psyche seems. This is Tabitha's battle to lose. There isn't a union in Scarlet Hollow, which means a proper strike isn't even legal. Your cousin can do pretty much whatever she wants. She could fire everyone and wait them out, for instance, or pick and choose her targets. Like she told you yesterday, she owns most of the houses in town, after all. There are a lot of ways she can apply pressure to resolve a strike. Okay, we can help her then. We can talk about the strike, we can talk about what happened last night. I can't get a hold of Stella, do you think she's alright? Any news about the trapped kids? If the mine's still in trouble, you should sell it and then sell the estate. Get out while you still can. Because we want Tabitha to love us, why don't we start with a strike? That's what's on her mind right now. Why would I... What would the hot person flirting with his cousin say in this situation? Let's talk about the strike. You want me to help smooth things over? I'm pretty good at negotiating. People always help me out with stuff like this if I ask nicely. Okay, that wasn't that bad at all, actually. That was really helpful. Why don't I actually say that, to be honest? Remember, if we're given a hot option or a book smart option, I'm clicking it most of the time. What do you think? Wait, do you think that's because you're good at negotiating? Oh, Tabitha, you know I'm pretty, huh? But you and I look alike, so has nobody told you that it's because you're... Never mind. Look, I appreciate the offer, but I'm not sure that's the sort of thing you'll be able to pull off. Even if they didn't already know you're my cousin, you getting involved would be a great way to throw gasoline on a fire. This is my problem to fix. Your only job is to stay safe until the funeral's over. So that's why the ditchlings are here. They were predicting the strike! Clever. Usually I'm pro-union, but do you know what the strikers even want? You should probably have seen this coming. Just give them what they want, Tabitha. It's the right thing to do. Just give them what they want, Tabitha. It's no use fighting the inevitable. Fire all of them. I'm sure it'll be easy enough to pick up the prices. I can't believe the gall of these people after everything you've done for this town. Some people never understood the burdens of leadership. You're in a difficult spot. With everything else going on right now, it's hard to care about something as mundane as a strike. Why don't we ask what the strikers want so that we can get more information about what we should say next? I haven't seen a list of demands. I'm sure it's just the usual. I promise you that if one of them were in my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. Okay, well, it's no use fighting the inevitable. Do I really want... I mean, what are they striking? I want to know, man. Or just return? No, we should definitely explore more here. I think I'm gonna continue making her like me. Whether this is the correct thing to say in this situation or not, I'm gonna say I can't believe the gall of these people after everything you've done for this town. Just because I feel like Tabitha's relationship with us in this game is incredibly important into probably getting the best endings and keeping people from dying. I'm glad at least one person in this godforsaken town is on my side. I appreciate it, really. Man, Tabitha doesn't know that I'm not only book smart and hot, but I'm also a social fucking butterfly in real life, Tabitha. I'm OP. You probably should have seen this coming. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say I'm pro-union. And I'm not going to say why the ditchlings are here. This is not the time. Let's talk about what happened last night, though. So ghosts are still real. I still can't get over that. Feels good, doesn't it? Getting rid of something our family left behind like that. Why don't we start with easing into the ghost real conversation? I can. What does that actually change about anything? I still have a mind to run, and you still have a funeral to attend. But it feels good, doesn't it, Tabitha? Sure, but you did most of the heavy lifting there. Hey, don't worry about it, okay? Anytime, cousin. That was a cousin kiss. You don't do that? You should start. I still can't get a hold of Stella. Do you think she's alright? Any news about the trapped kids? If the mine is in trouble, you should sell it. Now, okay, let's ask about the trapped kids. I'm actually pretty sure that they're not gonna die in this game. I'm very certain, almost, that they're not gonna die. It doesn't seem like a game that would kill children. We have confirmation of at least one voice down there, and the boys have been digging around the clock. I don't think it'll be long before we can put this unpleasantness behind us. Okay! Of course, that hasn't stopped that kid's mom from being on my ass nonstop. I'm doing everything I can, but she's the kind of person who needs someone to blame. And I'm an easy target. I can't get a hold of Stella. Do you think she's alright? Let's ask about that, because they actually do care about each other. I'm sure she's just processing what happened last night. We weren't the only ones who were traumatized. Okay, we're not going to say sell it. You should probably get going, right? Why don't I remain silent, then? What are you going to say? I've dawdled long enough. Stay safe. No more hijinks. But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? Tabitha, I will. We need some sort of, like, bat signal for you and I. We actually have phone numbers. How about that? I'll just call you if I need anything. Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Fuel up with a quick PB&J, baby, you already know. If Stella's MIA, who knows when you'll get the chance to eat. You make yourself a PB&J in anticipation for the long day ahead of you. Frou-frou, you want me to say hi to you? Nope, I think I'm just gonna head to town because I hate cats. You head to the front door and begin your trek down the town below. Alrighty, I'm excited to see what happens. Oh my lord, hello ditchlings. I see 3 right now. The sun shines down a thin layer of clouds, illuminating the path in a watery gray light. My prediction for this episode's scary thing is that, seriously, I can't remember that guy's name, the gay vampire guy, is in fact not a vampire, but a werewolf. That's what I've been saying. Actually, maybe a vampire. He doesn't go outside. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line. A feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. How would I know anything about ditchlings, bro? I just learned about them. As you continue the trek to town, you pause to stare out at the mountain range beyond the holler, contemplating a world that's blissfully unaware of the dangers threatening the citizens of this tiny town. The world outside feels less real with each passing day, as the strange reality of what's happening in Scarlet Hollow gently uproots what you'd always taken to be the truths of our world. Your everyday worries seem distant, overshadowed by a fear and dread that hasn't stopped building up since the moment you stepped off that bus. Oh man, I couldn't have said it better myself. It isn't long until your journey from the estate is over and you once again find yourself on the main streets of Scarlet Hollow. Hello, Kanika. What are you up to, my goth queen? Petite Lukey, you made it down the hill in one piece. Thank God. I didn't realize there were so many of the ditchlings around, or I would have been driven up to get you. I can't believe they're outside during the day. It feels wrong. How are you doing? Much better now that I'm up with you. I'm not gonna flirt with her, okay? I'm already flirting with Stella. I'm not playing 2 sides. Also, I'm not sold on you. You were okay. You're better than Oscar, I feel like, who's a deadbeat father, but I don't like you as much as Stella. I'm mostly worried about Stella right now. I'll feel better when we find her. Bad. Excited! I can't wait to find out what horrors we'll witness today. If I say that, I really want to know what Kanika says to that, so I'll probably end up saying that. Keeping it together, I'm not feeling much of anything. How about you? Doesn't matter how I feel, got work to do. Alright, why don't we say the excited mostly thing? She says, good to know someone is in high spirits. I kind of feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. I figured it was from that ghost position stuff, but I wasn't feeling great yesterday either, so Mom is convinced it's a cold. She's got me on a strict tea regimen now. And maybe she's onto something. I do feel a little more alive after drinking about a liter of that stuff. So her mom is Sybil, the grandma of the town. I feel like she is knowing more than she's letting on as well. So I'm keeping a level distance away from her for some time now. I'm at least well enough to go looking for Stella. So how are you mentally? I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on some things. Absolutely. So ghosts, huh? And he leads on Stella. Why don't we just go in order? Mentally, that's a good question first. That's a great question. Thank you, Kanika. My concept of... Whenever I play this game, I just start leaning in. I see myself here in the camera and I can't stop it. My concept of how the world works is being shattered a little more each day, so that's cool. Every day I feel more and more like I need to get out of this town before it swallows me whole, but I also keep feeling like there's too many reasons to stay. Like right now, I can't leave until I know Stella's okay. With her folks gone, the only people she has are her friends. I do believe that Enoch placed some sort of curse on this town so that people can't leave, and if they do leave, like the Shaws, something bad happens to them. That's my theory right now. And as her bestie, I can't let her go running off into the woods to get eaten by Bigfoot. And my mom is just so chill right now, it's driving me nuts. She's not giving me any answers about that shit she pulled last night. It's just weird. Incredible agree, man. Sorry, I'm ranting. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. Your mom was the one who told us about ditchlings. If she's being tight-lipped, it's probably for a good reason. Your mom is definitely a witch. Ooh, there was a witch in the last episode, also, or like in the haunting, that was talking to Charles Shaw. Your mom seems like a nice lady. You're being too hard on her. Maybe I'll just say this first thing. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told all of us last night. Maybe she's gonna read your fortune. I should probably stop making fun of her whole new age mystic vibe. A lot happened in the past couple of days. Still, there'll be plenty of time for tea after we've looked for Stella. So, ghosts, huh? Yeah, ghosts. I don't know about you, but I'm currently staving off a massive existential crisis about the state of the matter and what being alive means. Any idea why Stella was so upset? Being possessed seemed awful, but she's the only one who ran off. Yeah, why don't we go with that? I mean, she was Edwardine, so she probably got the brunt of the emotions of being haunted by her former lover. Could be a lot of things. She could have hit her breaking point stress-wise. She could have been horrified by meeting a ghost for the first time. She could be struggling with what that ghost did. But at the end of the day, I have no idea. We'll just have to find her and see if she wants to stop running from it and finally talk things out. I'm still skeptical. There's got to be a better explanation for what happened last night than ghosts are real and they hate me personally. Okay, man, like, I don't believe in ghosts right now, but if I saw a ghost or something happened to me like it did yesterday to this character, my character, Petite Lukey, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm believing in fucking ghosts, man. Like, okay, this information is destroying me. I wonder if this means there's a heaven and a hell. If there's an afterlife, we should probably figure out who was right about it, shouldn't we? Okay, I mean, that's like a pastor thing to say, and I don't like that guy. That guy was dubious, according to everybody. I'm actually thrilled. Maybe I can be a professional ghost hunter. Leave it at that. Okay, why don't I just leave it at that? There's not much more to say. Any leads on Stella, though? I haven't had the chance to talk to anyone else. Nope, not yet so far. She ran north last night, but that doesn't mean she didn't double back. I'm trying not to worry too much. It's possible she's safe somewhere, just not answering her phone. But I also don't want to bet on that. Is someone manning the general store while we go looking for Stella? I was kind of surprised you reached out to me, after all the issues between you and Tabitha. Why would I say that, though? Like, this is between Kanika and I. They don't need to like each other, but I kind of want to know what she thinks now. Mom and Miles can deal, I said the general store thing, though. Mom and Miles can deal for another day while we go looking for Stella. This is important. Not that the store isn't, but if something happened to her and I was spending my time minding the register, I don't think I could live with that. Okay. Should I say this Tabitha thing? Fine, why not? YOLO. I'm doing it. I don't care. I care more about finding Stella than I do about the ongoing feud between me and your cousin. And I'm not going out there alone because the last thing I want to do is go missing while looking for someone who went missing. We do everything in groups from now on. I guess we should get started then. I mean, I do kind of agree with that. Even though I was trying to, you know, smooch Stella yesterday in the dark. And then my cousin came and that was a whole thing and I couldn't do that. But whatever. Maybe in this episode then. Yeah, we're burning daylight. Where to first? Okay, so we can go to Stella's house. We can go check the cops, who have been the most useless pieces of shit ever. Probably not do that then. We should check in on Oscar. He's smart. According to who? He's just a librarian, dude. Maybe he'll know what to do. Let's check out the diner. We should go to the mines. We should check out the church. Let's start with Stella's house. That seems like the most normal thing. Definitely. I probably should have done that before getting you to come all the way down here, but to be honest, I was scared of wandering off by myself, just in case I ran into any other horrors from beyond the veil. It'd be great if this turns out to be nothing and she's asleep in bed. And off we go to Stella. Come on. You make your way towards Stella's house. There's a dog house in the back, or maybe another house. Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. Oh? She's dead. Stella died and it's all my fault. What if I say that and that actually happens? That would be sad. I'm not from around here. Is it normal for people to leave their doors open? Okay, is what I would say. Stella? There's no response. We should go in, right? Yeah, we should go in. Yeah, of course we're going in, bro. Alright. Stella? I mean, now I can see what she lives like. Oh my god, a happy family. But one of her parents died. Also, so many plants. Honestly, very kempt studio apartment we've got here. Actually, it's bigger than a studio. Whatever happened to Stella doesn't look like it happened here. Okay, nothing unusual so far. This is a perfectly normal living room. No blood or viscera. Not even a tipped-over lamp. That's good. Alright, shall we investigate the kitchen? Before Stella's room for some reason? No, we're going to Stella's room. Let me just see what... Oh, She's a little messier than I thought. This is a red flag for me. But I love a red flag. So I love her more now. You make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not in there. Though it's a little untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. Shall we check her computer? What can we find there that Stella has? Let's post a YouTube video. Where's her setup? I guess she's got this ring light. No camera here, but I guess she's more of a vlogger. I love seeing someone's room before they've had a chance to clean it up for company. It's a neat little snapshot, you know? This sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? It's a mess. Do you think there was a struggle in here? I don't think there's any clues in here. Why don't I mean, I guess we can check her computer if Kanika's cool with that. Why don't I start going there? You go to check Stella's computer. I'm not sure we should be snooping on her computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? Kanika, chill. What if she's dead? We have to do this, Kanika. We have to. What if there's a clue and we miss it? What if we don't find Stella and it's because we didn't snoop on her computer? If Stella didn't want us to stoop, she shouldn't have gone missing. I don't make the rules. Okay, but what if she's been gossiping about us to her online friends? I know it's an invasion of privacy, but we've got to do whatever we can to find her. Let's see if it's password protected before we make a fuss about it. If there isn't a password, it's almost like she wants us to snoop. You're no fun, but fine, we won't snoop around. I kind of want to say that, though, dude. But what if we find something really incriminating on Stella's computer that makes me not want to date her anymore? Okay, you're right. There probably isn't anything helpful on there. I honestly didn't even think about how this might not be a good idea. Good call. Okay, what if we do the password? No, but the password thing is so stupid. Almost like she wants us to stoop. Why can't I just be hot here and be like, Kanika, chill, girl. It's okay. Stella wants me to do this. Alright, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I've come to the conclusion that this is an invasion of privacy, but I really gotta know what's on Stella's computer. Okay? I really just have to. If you're my friend watching this video, know that I would do this to you as well. What if there's a clue and we miss it, Kanika? Come on. Sure, snoop away, but I'm not gonna take part in this. I'll just be over here, standing in the corner of the room, not looking over your shoulder. Let me know if you find anything. I have to do this. I'm sorry, okay? I'm not gonna look at anything fucked up. She has way too many tabs. What does it say? Mr. FBI. Nice try, Mr. FBI. Oh my god. She's one of these people who covers her camera. Oh my god, she draws the S? Stanford. Stella's desktop is horrifically cluttered. There's simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor, and they overlap each other in a chaotic, multi-layered display. I don't know what I expected to see here, but it definitely wasn't this. How does she ever get anything done? Ah, Booksmart. Hello, my lover. Sift through the chaos. You spent plenty of time with computers and are more than capable of sifting through the chaos of a messy desktop. One folder catches your eye. Boring tax stuff. Years of helping friends with their computers have made you all too familiar with this folder. Boring tax stuff never contains boring tax stuff. For that matter, it never contains anything related to taxes, and its contents are never boring. Open the folder. Alright. Aww! Tabitha and Stella. Why is it so cute? And a maze. You open the folder. You're surprised to find it contains a carefully mapped out diagram of the Scarlet Hollow mines, including holes in fences and areas with low visibility. There's also a handful of old photos of Stella and Tabitha together as teenagers. Tabitha wears an uncharacteristic grin, an authentic joyful smile, and Stella's eyes are somehow brighter, less tired. Youth, man. You just gotta, every year, the soul leaves your body. That's what happens. Both of them seem to be living in a happier time. Alright. Why don't I check her open tabs? Why not? It would take you all day to count the number of open tabs in Stella's browser. So numerous are her tabs that you can't see a single icon. A sea of rounded, featureless triangles from the Windows edge to Windows edge. Her most recently opened tab is a post on Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum for cryptozoology enthusiasts. You visited Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm in the past. Why the fuck is that what Booksmart means? No, this means I'm a loser. Sorry, cryptid zoologists. I just spit facts. Despite the name, and despite the fact that the posters called themselves Carl's Big Feet, the community takes itself very seriously, and it's one of the more consistently active cryptid boards on the web. The post in question is titled, Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow. Hey everyone, hidden Appalachia. Hey everyone, was out chasing a skunk ape, this is probably Stella, the other day, and I found these weird little guys. My friend's mom says there's something called ditchlings, but I've never heard of them before. Anyone have any good ideas? Camera isn't shaking enough. This is totally staged. Clean footage and some sort of cryptid nobody has heard of except for your friend's mom. The only thing I'm seeing when I Google ditchlings is some city in England. Thought you were legit. Guys, since when did high-quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? Those things are terrifying. Since every low-budget horror movie started doing guerrilla marketing, I smell an ARG. I'm serious, I've got a ton of extra footage. Look at what they've been doing to the animals in town. They're apparently some sort of bad omen, like Mothman. Okay, I'm listening. I love Mothman. I believe you. Lucky you're falling right into her lap. I don't trust YouTubers. They're entertainers, not scientists. Sick. The thread continues into the next day. Hey, okay, so 1, this isn't an ARG and I would never. And 2, you're not gonna believe this, but we went into an abandoned mine last night to investigate things, and I'm pretty sure we found some Tommy knockers. Listen to this knocking we managed to catch on tape. There's a link to an audio file titled TommyKnockersReal.wav. Just because you put the real in your file name doesn't mean they're real. 2 supernatural events on back-to-back nights. This is so fake. I can't believe I bought into that River Runner hype. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to sell out to big indie horror. This is Kidnapped by Aliens all over again. Also, lol, doughy white things and now loud popping noises. This is definitely an ARG. Did you sell out to Pillsbury? Stop cyberbullying her or I'm going to call the mods. Locking this thread until everyone... Oh, Uncle Carl. That's probably the mod. And giving everyone a 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self-promo. The thread ends. Okay, so that was fucking useless. We already know all of that. Let's check her search history. Hopefully we don't find anything interesting there. She hasn't visited any website since Tuesday night. If she came home after last night's incident, she didn't touch her browser. Her search history is almost entirely work-related. A furious series of queries for various monsters and cryptids that might fit the profile of ditchlings. That's that. Okay? I think we've seen enough then. Thank God. So that was actually useless. What did we get from the Booksmart thing? Files of Tabitha and the maze. So she's been down in the mines a bunch of times, I guess. Alright, it's a mess. Do you think any struggle in here? I don't think there's any clues here. This sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? I guess she'd know better than us. This is her first time in her room. Yeah, nothing much to comment on. This is what her room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. Oh, she still does those corkboard things with string thingies. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. Alright, let's investigate the kitchen then. For some reason. I guess she only has her room and a kitchen. Hey Gretchen, picture. That's kind of fucking weird. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple cabinets are hanging open and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. Is Stella's kitchen normally this messy? This is not that bad. It's just like, I mean, I guess some things. It looks like she left in a hurry. Let's ask. I wouldn't call this messy. Okay, fuck you, Kanika. I already said that. Stella's house had always felt a little sterile to me. This feels a little too lived in, if that makes sense. Though maybe that's just because I've only ever been here when she was already expecting me. Alright, I don't think we're going to find much else here. Let's move on. Okay, so Stella's house basically gave us no leads. She's not here and we still have no idea where she is. I thought I was overreacting this morning. I thought she would just been sleeping in or something. I can't believe she's actually missing. Where to next? Okay, we could go to the cops. We could check in on Oscar. I guess checking in on Oscar doesn't only give us information about Stella, but also about his daughter, whom I can't remember her name. Check out the diner. We should go to the mines. Check out the church. Alright, why don't we just go to Oscar first? I can see how he's doing. He might be an important character later anyway. I hope nothing else happened after we all went home last night. They're so brave for sleeping in that house after everything we went through. Man, the house is gone. Or the ghost is gone. It's fine. I'd rather sleep in the woods with the ditchlings than some place that was that haunted. Oscar! Morning light streams in through the library's large windows. In the bright daylight, it's once again a place of comfort. All menace having fled the wake of Charles Shaw Jr.'s departure. No ghost, thank God. I was not up for an encore. What is this fucking picture in the library? Holy shit, is that Charles Shaw being carried away? Oscar's a psychopath. I love him. I guess Oscar must be in the back. I know that's where I'd be if I finally got my house back. Let's go. Oh, Oski boy, you make your way back towards the annex. It feels strange to be back in here in the light of day, as if events of the previous evening were just a terrible dream. This hallway creeps me out. Kanika knocks on the door. Oh, good morning. It's good to see all of you. Please come in. All of us. There's two of us. You have no idea how good it felt to sleep in our own house last night. Though I suppose I didn't do too much sleeping. I mostly sat and stared at the hatch all night. Nothing happened, but the idea that something could happen was more than enough to keep me wide awake. Ah ha ha! So, what brings you here? Stella's been missing since last night, and we're trying to figure out if anyone's seen her. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? I'm starting to freak out a little. I really care about her, and she's just gone. I'm guessing that's a no. We have no clue where she's gone. Would we be asking if she had? Let's say the first thing, so everybody knows where we stand. It's okay, Petit Lukey. We're gonna find her. That's not good. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. God, I feel like this is all my fault. I should have done a better job warning her. Stella was practically banging down your door to try to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were going to be able to stop her. There was no way you could have known how she would react when she found it. Now I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her. Sorry that it can't be more helpful, especially after everything y'all have done for us. I know time is of the essence right now, but while you're here, I wanted to let you know that I'm determined to do whatever I can to help investigate what's happening to our town. I was hoping we could compare notes. It might help me narrow down where I should start my research. As far as I'm aware, there was nothing paranormal in Scarlet Hollow before very recently. Now here we are, suddenly surrounded by weird little goblin creatures in the woods and plagued by angry ghosts. You think there was an inciting event, right? I do. That's my thought too. It was never like this in the Holler before. Something must have happened that kicked off all this magic stuff. If there's a root cause for all of this, hopefully there's a way to put the genie back in its bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there's been any similar events and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. We'll fill you in on what little we know, so at least you have some place to start. Okay, I'm now thinking that Stella actually maybe went to, I think his name is Reese, Reese's house with Dr. Kelly. So that would force us to go there, because we were trying to snoop in there anyway. Are we sure the ghost is really gone? We've been finding these weird stone seals. That could be good. I wonder if this could be the work of some cult. I think there's something in the clinic. Let's start with the seals, eh? What do you guys think about this? There was one in the mines and another in your basement. There might be more. Those are the carvings you mentioned last night, right? To think there was something like that under my house all this time. And to think someone must have put it there, but who? This gives me quite a few threads to follow. Thank you, Petite Lukey. Okay, so you have no information. You have no notes. Lukey, didn't you say you felt something similar to the mine seal outside the clinic yesterday? I hope that doesn't mean something weird is going to happen there, too. Chill, Kanika, it will. You know, I was thinking about filling that basement with cement and pretending it was never a part of this house, but if we're all here, maybe we should go down and take a closer look at that carving seal, whatever it is. It's been bad enough going into haunted houses and abandoned coal mines at night, but there's something that feels so much worse about going down there in the middle of the day. No, it fucking doesn't. Are you insane? I can't say I'm thrilled at the thought of it either, but we need to do whatever we can to start getting ahead of things. I really don't think this is a good idea. I get it, I don't want to go down there either, but we have to check it out. Going down there is worth the risk. We've been seeing ditchlings in broad daylight. I don't think we have the luxury of turning down clues. Let's go, Oscar! Conquer your fears! Hell no. Ghost or not, there's still a 100-year-old corpse down there that was murdered by my Mima. Never opened that hatch again. Even if the ghost is gone, that carving might still be able to do something to us. We should leave it be. I don't think we have time to dig around. No, I think we have to do this, man. We have to check this out, guys. Come on. Are we sure nothing will happen if we open the hatch again? I told myself I'd stop letting my fears get the best of me, and I'm going to hold myself to that. Yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen, man. The ghost is gone. We saw him leave. Oscar leads you back down the familiar hallway to Rosalina's room. That's her name. Oh, hey, you're putting up posters, eh? Hey, everyone. What are you doing in my room? I'm going back into the basement, Rosa. I'm afraid there's something down there that might help us figure out what's going on in town. It's probably best you go to the library while we... No way! If you're going down there, I'm going to. Remember what you said last night? No more secrets. We're in this together. You're right, Rosa. You can come with us. No more secrets. Fucking Father of the Year award. Seriously, dude. Am I the only person in this town who doesn't have a death wish? Just give me a moment to move all this out of the way, he says, flexing his big, zaddy muscles. Oscar gets to work moving the... But he's a librarian. This is fake news. This has never happened before in the history of the human race. Oscar gets to work moving the furniture from the trapdoor, his broad shoulders making quick work of it. Before you and your companions know it, you find yourself transfixed to the trapdoor. Alright, Oscar opens the hatch with a menacing creak. Everybody's heart skips a beat. But none of you are swept into a ghost nightmare puppet show. The sun continues to shine, the birds continue to sing outside Rosalina's window. See? Nothing to worry worried about. The slight tremor in his voice tells you he's mostly saying that to himself. Shall we? Yeah, I take it back. I'm good staying up here while y'all take a look down there. I do not like the vibes I'm getting from that pit. Let's descend. The only thing is, if I start feeling something about the seal, you guys need to save me, Oscar and Rosalina. You descend the basement stairs and find yourself in the same cold, unfinished place that you were in last night. You can't shake an oppressive feeling, but whether that feeling is driven more by the trauma of the past night or by something more tangible, you're unsure. Well, I guess whatever we're looking for is in that pit. I guess we should take a look. Oscar walks up to the burial site, widening his eyes as he peers inside. Stare into the pit, or you're not looking in there. I don't know, man. I don't know. The thing is, if Oscar looks in there, I don't think that he's affected because he's not a Scarlet like I am. So staring into the pit, I'll still be able to be saved by these two people. So if I get killed or like lose an eye because of this, what can you do, man? At least I'm still hot. What do we got? The eternally screaming remains of Charles Shaw and Jr. are exactly where you left them last night, staring back up at you from empty sockets. The carving lies beneath him, the heavy cold stone acting as his coffin. Booksmart. 3 dogs run an endless loop around a furious goat, all bound in a ring of flame. The style seems almost Greek or maybe Greco-Roman, the weathered carving reminding you of something you might see in a temple. Okay. Charlie. He looks so small. Don't touch it! I have to call Dr. Kelly about this. We should put his body to rest, right? That's how these things go. He hasn't popped out of the grave or decided to make any of us into puppets, so maybe he really is gone for good. I think so. That's gonna make it a lot easier to sleep tonight. Does that mean you'll let me sleep in my actual bed? Whoa, let's give it one more night. I still don't know how I feel about you sleeping on top of that rock. What do we think? I mean, they just told us, but I guess we'll explore. Wolves encircling a goat. It's a start. What was on the carving in the mines? A circle of arms bound up in chains. So it's all like, I don't know, satanic-ish? Interesting. I'm sure that description will be more than enough to get started. We should destroy this? No, we've seen enough time to go. You can look at the carving on your own later. I'm done with this place. We should go. Let's go. Yeah, let's go back upstairs. Now that we know it's safe down here. I'll come back on my own time to do more thorough investigation. You and the others make your way back up to Rosalina's room. As soon as you're all in one place, Oscar closes the trapdoor and moves the pile of furniture back in place. So, did y'all get possessed or cursed or anything? No, but we got to see a dead body. You want to see a picture of it? I'm okay, Rosalina. I'll be back to check on you in a minute. We've got a couple of things to finish up with these folks. You and Kanika follow Oscar back to the living room. We're done here. Let me out. So, I have more than enough to get started on my research now, but is there anything else I should know about? Are we sure the ghost is really gone? Yes, it is. I wonder if this could be the work of some sort of cult. I mean, maybe, but it seems like it's the Scarlets that are the cult, if anything. I think there's something in the clinic. Yeah, let's say that. I wonder what people will think about it. I see. I'll dig up what I can on the clinic. There's a lot of history there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something haunting that place as well. Oh god, you don't think that's why Reese is sick, do you? He's been sick for years, hasn't he? If there's something supernatural causing his illness, it puts a bit of a wrench in our recent theory. It does, but maybe there's more to it than that. Maybe things being clustered so tightly together is just a coincidence. Maybe Scarlet Hollow's been weird for a long time, and we're just starting to notice. It took me back-to-back encounters with the paranormal on consecutive nights to even consider that we might be dealing with something supernatural. That's a good point, Kanika. I do think that Scarlet Hollow has been weird for a while. It looks like Oscar's a golfer, or something. What the fuck is this picture, man? We need to get Reese out of there before something bad happens to him. So we think that Dr. Kelly is evil, but I think they're both just like vampires or something. Reese mentioned a movie night, right? It's the perfect cover for an investigation. Perfect! We should investigate the clinic. I'm sure Reese will be fine. I'm gonna break into the clinic and see what I find. Is what I would do if I had a strong body. But I'm just a book-smart nerd, librarian. Let's go with the perfect cover for an investigation. Who knows if that would fly with Dr. Kelly, though. After last night, I'm pretty sure she's not going to let us anywhere near her house. If we're going to investigate the clinic, I think we're going to have to break in. No, absolutely not. 'Cause I have a key. That's what Stella would do, and she's been there. She's been 3 for 3 this week when it comes to finding spooky stuff. She's also been 3 for 3 when it comes to finding her way into mortal peril. This is why we have to find her as soon as possible. It shouldn't fall on me to suggest we do something dangerous. I'm terrible at selling it. It's not that I don't think we should figure out what's going on in there. What? We just need, we need to be cautious about what we need to do next. Sorry, I was thinking about Stella and how beautiful she is, maybe. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed, or by any more ghosts, even if it is to help a friend. I don't know if we have time to play it safe. Just give me a day or two to do some research before you do anything rash, okay? I think we're good then. Is it a work of some sort of cult? I mean, maybe. Let's start with that. See if they think the Scarlets were. Okay, they didn't say anything to it. Whatever. I don't know. I'm just throwing out things out there. Know any local cults that could be responsible? I think the cops are in on it. Maybe it has something to do with the church and the pastor. All for I know, you're all in on it. Okay? I mean, know any local cults that could be responsible? Let's not get all satanic panic just yet. I know it's not looking unlikely at this point, but having lived in this town all my life, I feel like I would have known if there was some cult that ran the place. It just seems like the kind of thing that wouldn't be easy to keep in secret in a place as small as Scarlet Hollow. Fair enough, Kanika. You're book smart too, it seems. Kind of, not really, that was a very obvious thing to say. I don't even know of any public record, even in the 70s when cults were a dime a dozen and hippies were flocking to the hills. Alright, whatever we're doing next, I feel like we're missing a vital team member. We need to find Stella, and fast. I agree. We need her brazen energy if we're going to do any serious sleuthing. Let us know what you find. I will. And off we go. Why would we go to the police station? So that's Oscar. Any other ideas? Okay, we got cops. We got the diner. We got the mines, the church. And supposed to get tea with your mom today. Maybe she'll have some ideas. I guess we could go to the cops. Diner. Maybe diner because Avery would know. Go to the mines to see Tabitha. We know that, like, she had mine, obviously, drawings everywhere, but I don't think yet. Let's go to the cops. I think we're going to explore every single place. Not a terrible idea. I'm sure they won't be much help, but we are dealing with a missing person, and that's cop stuff. Hopefully they don't give you a hard time. They've really been on your ass. They have, but I kind of like it. Okay? Looks like Bo is here, too. Bo is huge. The police station is exactly what you would expect from a town the size of Scarlet Hollow. It smells strongly of coffee and faintly of aged furniture and paper, and the general tidiness speaks of a department that doesn't get much of anything done. But you're also not alone here. You enter to find a worried Bo standing between you and the officer behind the desk. Big Betty wasn't just a pumpkin, Deputy Franklin, sir. She was going to be a prize winner. Raising her was the last thing me and my daddy did together. She's important to our family. The Scarlet Hollow police are pretty thin at the moment, young man. Any property disputes will have to wait, if indeed there is a dispute to be had. Are you sure it wasn't some animal that took your vegetables? Sir, you know that Mr. Tremaine thinks that land belongs to him. He probably thought Big Betty was his to take. He ain't coming to his door, so for all I know, he might be all the way to the state fair by now with our pumpkin. Ain't there something you can do about it? Hey, I remember you from yesterday! You're the mayor's secretary guy! Doesn't this town have 3 cops? Where are the other 2 at? Stella ran off last night and she's still missing. Bo, did you manage to find your dad? We should ask that about Bo so that we can build a relationship with him as well. What's all this about a pumpkin? We already know. Weird question, but are you part of a cult? No. Did you find your dad, Bo? Bo's stoic expression breaks, and for a moment you can almost see tears forming in his eyes, but he blinks them away. Yeah, I found him. Gathered what there was to gather. We're giving him a proper burial in the family plot. It's been tough going, trying to dig the hole while Farmer is calling with those hairless things, but it needs to get done. You think they'll go back to where they came from soon? Mama and me tried to fight them back as best as we can, but it seems like there's more every minute. I'm personally doing everything I can to send them packing. That is the biggest lie of all time. We're just trying to find Stella. They leave once the coming disaster is finally struck. I know about as much as you. I'm sure they'll leave soon, buddy. Sybil says they don't hurt people. I kinda like him, or say nothing. I know about as much as you. There's no more reason to say anything. I can't help but feel like it's all just leading up to some awful thing. Worse than what's already happened. I hope it's a feeling. My mom did say the ditchlings are supposed to be some sort of horrible omen, but that doesn't mean it's true. For all we know, the weird stuff is behind us, and those creepy little things will crawl back to wherever they came from, and Scarlet Hollow will go back to normal. But I guess it doesn't hurt to plan for the worst. I just want to remind you all that you're speaking in front of a member of law enforcement, and any and all suspicion statements are being cataloged. Seriously? Do you not have anything better to do than try to pin disasters on the innocent people who are trying to stop them? I'm not at liberty to discuss whether I have anything better to do. Alright, why don't we say, where are the other 2 cops? Haven't you heard? There's a nasty strike going on at the mines. Miss Scarlet's asked us to try and bring the temperature down a bit. And I drew the short straw for being stuck on desk duty. Bring the temperature down? I'm sorry, are Earl and Dennis working for the town, or are they working for Tabitha? I'd rather not get into that right now, Miss Forsyth. Now, is there something I can help you with, or did you just come here to the station to chit-chat? Stella ran off last night, and she's still missing. Okay, let's say that. That's why we came here, after all. A missing person? Apologies, Mr. Calloway, but I'm going to have to handle this first. Deputy Franklin pulls out a few forms in the front desk and holds them out. If one of you could fill these out, please. I can take care of that. Thank you so much for taking this seriously, Mike. I know Stella has a tendency to go on hiking trips, but this feels different. She can't be in a right mind going back into them woods after what happened to my daddy. Are you sure you can't start looking like right now? She shouldn't be off on her own when there's so many ditchlings around. It's weird that they're not supposed to hurt us, and they're just like arbiters or like heralds of bad news. When they basically killed Bo, as far as we know, and the chicken also, and maybe the deer. Thanks for taking this seriously. There's got to be more that you can do than just give us paperwork. Why do we even come here? This was pointless. I mean, come on, there's got to be more that you can do, Deputy Franklin. I don't care about a relationship. My orders are demand the station, but I'll be sure to start an investigation as soon as I am relieved. The Scarlet Hollow police are doing all that we can. Alright, what's all this about a pumpkin? I guess someone stole it. I remember Bo telling me about this. Julius Tremaine stole Big Betty, and I'm trying to get the police to talk to him. And I've been telling Mr. Calloway that there's no proof. Dude, this guy has no voice. I don't know what voice to give him. No way to prove who the vegetable question belongs to. If there's no documentation, your word against his. The Calloways and Tremaines have been at this a long time. Some feud from over a century ago split the families, and they've been at it ever since. What makes you think Julius stole it? Why is this pumpkin so valuable? Because it's a big-ass pumpkin. It could go for a lot of money, for sure. What makes you think Julius stole it? The feud? He's been claiming Big Betty was his since day one on account he thinks it was planted on his side of the property. He's never been good about the property line, same as every Tremaine that came before him. We get our fair share of calls from Tremaine as well. Not that I'm at liberty to discuss confidential police information. I was hoping to get a reprieve from his nonsense after what happened to Daddy, but it doesn't look like he's willing to give us any time to grieve. Alright, you want me to go over there and kick his ass for you, Bo? Even though it looks like you could maybe do that yourself, you big boy. If you're related to Julius, why can't you just put your differences aside and get along? Someone's got to be the bigger man, like I did with Tabitha. I don't think Bo's asking you to throw Julius in jail or anything. Why can't you look into this? Classic Southern family dispute. I'm not saying that. I'm sorry for everything that's happened, Bo. Yeah, I don't really care too much about this plot point. I don't think it's important. I appreciate that, thank you. I'm trying not to let it get to me. Gotta be strong for Mama now that it's just the two of us. You know, Mike, it sounds like Bo has a real case here. It's not just two neighbors getting angry at each other. Property's been stolen. Couldn't you get involved on his behalf just this once, after everything he's been through? This isn't the first time that there's been theft before Calloway's and Tremaine's. Yep, his voice is changing again. We've heard it all and we know exactly how it'll plan out. Trust the process to do the policing, man. First you leave Duke's body in the woods, now you won't even help Bo with his pumpkin. You're ice cold, Deputy Franklin. This is his prize pumpkin we're talking about. Help the guy out. What would it take for the cops to get involved? Like I expected anything different from Scarlet Hollow's finest. It does sound like it would be an endless waste of time. This dispute is pointless. Both families need to get over it. I guess we'll go with first you leave Duke's body in the woods. Now you won't even help Bo with his pumpkin. It's our job as police to remain impartial when it comes to the citizens of the town we protect. None of us have it out for Mr. Calloway or Mr. Tremaine. We're just doing what we can to uphold the safety and securities of all residents of Scarlet Hollow. And you're doing a great job. Alright, let's just get going. Looks like you're busy. We'll be on our way. Kanika hands the completed report back to Deputy Franklin. Thank you, ma'am. I'll get this filed right away. Good luck out there. I hope Miss Richmond is fine and you find her soon. We'll be on our way. Best keep your nose clean out there, Petite Lukey. Try to stay out of trouble. Why do you guys fucking hate me so much, man? Is it because I'm hot? Are you jealous? Well, at least we filed a report. Still, I guess finding Stella is going to be mostly up to us. Where to next? Okay, diner, mines, or church. Let's go to the mines because I want to go talk to Tabitha, baby. I guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find your cousin, since they're friends. Come on, I'll drive us. Alright, Tabitha time. Maybe we even see Wayne somewhere here. You follow Kanika to her van. It isn't long before you find yourselves outside the Scarlet Mines. A wall of bodies, picket signs, and megaphones in hand form a human barricade around the entrance to the Scarlet Mines. Scarlet? More like toilet. Better hours now, or none at all. I am unhappy with the treatment I am receiving as a worker in the Scarlet Mine. Well, that guy, that guy's at least really well spoken. I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all this. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin. Hail and well met, fellow countrymen. What goes on here? How goes the strike? Shouldn't you be digging those kids out at the mine? Yeah, they really should be doing that. Any word about those kids? Can we visit the dig site? Why are the cops here? Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. How goes the strike? Wouldn't you like to know? You can see for yourself. It's going strong. A major collapse happened on the property not 2 days ago and the boss wants us to go on about our work as usual. I'm not going back down there knowing death or serious bodily harm could come at any second. I care more about living than I do about any paycheck. There's a lot that could stand to change around here. It seems like damn near everybody else thinks so too. You know this isn't legal, right? She could just fire you all and not face any repercussions, I say as a book-smart individual. Yeah, the sheriff's made sure we're well aware of the situation. But say your cousin fires us. Then what? There's only so many people in Scarlet Hollow, and she can't keep the mines operational with just a skeleton crew. There's a lot of us striking. She can't just fire the whole crew. It's a game of chicken, and we don't intend to blink. Hear, hear! Striking now is probably in our best interest, if you ask me. With those kids buried, she might be in a good mood. She might be in a mood to sweep things under the rug, which maybe include negotiating with her workers to get them to keep quiet. I can't imagine she wants a national news story. Y'all sure we should be spilling all this strategy to the boss's cousin? It doesn't matter. Even if we said it to Miss Scarlet's face, it's too late to stop what's already in motion. Any word about the kids stuck in the mine, though, guys? We've heard voices, so we know they're alive. Now we just need to get them out. They're alive? That's amazing! They must be so scared out there. We've got a team working in shifts to reach them as fast as we can. We may be striking, but that doesn't mean we're making the boss. Wait, that just means we're not making the boss any money. Not that we won't do everything we can for kids who needs us. All right, guys. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? She's the one all the banned from property posters, right? We haven't seen her, and we've been out here all day, so we know if she came by. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. Can't say we'll be much help, though. We'll just be standing around here for the foreseeable future. I need to go talk to Tabitha. Hell yes, I'm gonna say that. We know why the cops are here. Can we visit the dig site? They're probably gonna say no, but let's ask. No way. There's a ton of dangerous equipment there, and the men working there to rescue the kids don't need any more distractions. It's bad enough having parents breathing down our necks. They're making the job that much harder. They have every right to be at the dig site, but that one woman, Becca's mom? Yeah, they're being hassled enough as is. Alright, I need to go talk to Tabitha. Sorry, guys. So you're saying you want to cross a picket line? You don't have to literally cross the picket line to get inside. That map you found on Stella's computer had a couple of blind spots you could use to sneak in. Okay, but you let me through though, right? Sneak in. Or hey, Hugby, you're gonna let them block me from going inside? Hey, Kanika, can you vouch for me here? Ooh, should I use my book smart ability or the hot ability? I mean, okay, so I would assume that everybody here is like gay or bi if they are letting me in. by using my hot ability. But you know what? Fuck it. Why don't I go for it? I've done that before in real life, so haha. You flash the miners a winning petite Lukey smile. Alright. Yeah! Wow, that was fucking easy. This reminds me of the time I was at the club and I got force-fed jello shots by a gay man as I was pressed against the wall. True story. Alright, besides, it's not like you can do anything to derail at this point. Anyway, go ahead. I don't care if they're okay with you going in. I'm still not crossing a picket line. Besides, I don't think Tabitha would be too happy to see me. I'll just wait by the van while you go talk to her. See you on the other side. All good. I got Tabitha. You know, she fucks with me. It's quiet today. Empty beyond ruckus at the front gate. The trailer that serves Tabitha's office looms above me on the hill. So why don't we talk to her? Alright, why don't I knock? You walk up to Tabitha's trailer and knock on the door. You wait for a moment. No response. Knock again. Oh, for the love of... Tabitha? What's the deal? The door swings open. Are you drunk? Oh, it's you. Should I go? Yeah, and try not to get yourself noticed. Rodriguez, what are you doing in here? What were you two talking about? Hey, do you have a minute? It's important. I don't care about the strike. I just came to see you. All right, let's say, do you have a minute? It's important. I can make some time. Should I? I already said you can leave, Rodriguez. We'll talk more later. The door clicks closed as Rodriguez leaves Tabitha's office. Tabitha heaves a heavy sigh. Please, just forget you saw anything, okay? I can handle this on my own. I'm not going to undermine you. We're good, Tabby. I'm sorry, but I don't think I can be on your side for the strike. No. Have you talked to them? Do you know what they want? Tabitha, I don't know if we can be friends if you break a strike. I'm not going to undermine you. Dude, Tabby, come on. Come on. Dude, you and I, we're tight-knit. Thanks. I know I haven't given you many reasons to be kind to me, so I really appreciate you choosing to be that way, even if I'm not very easy to get along with. I'm sure you didn't come all the way down here to talk about the strike. Why are you here? Don't get me wrong, it's nice to see a friendly face, but you shouldn't be up here. This is my battle to fight. Stella's still missing. We've been looking all over for town, and we don't have any leads. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Do you have any... do you think that they're gonna be able to get the kids out alive? No, let's ask about Stella. That's why we came. Tabitha groans. You don't think... Wayne... That's what I'm worried about. No, I'm not. I so for some reason trust Wayne. Like, he could be the final villain and I will be so deceived at the end. But it won't be that big a twist, because, like, I mean, it's like he basically looks like Jason. You said yourself he didn't have it in him. There wasn't any evidence that he'd been in her house, or signs of struggle or anything. Wayne's my friend. He wouldn't hurt the people I care about. She'll turn up. Pretty sure she's just needed to be left alone. Why don't I say this about Wayne? What is she gonna think? Okay, she was not happy about that? Fuck. Jesus, how did he manage to convince you of that? Don't be so gullible. Besides, it's not just you he would be hurting. I'll see if I can figure something out. You think they're going to be able to get the kids out alive? Yeah, let's ask. Don't ask me things like that. I have no way of knowing. They aren't far from the surface, so the drill should reach them soon. But no one knows what the conditions are like down there, or if they're hurt, or if one of them is dead. I'm just doing the best I can and hoping it works out. I'm going to keep looking for Stella. I'll see you tonight. Do you have time to hang out? I miss you. That's all I wanted to talk to you about. I mean, I could ask her, do you have time to hang out later? But she does not seem to be in a position where she wants to hang out. She needs to handle this. So let's keep looking for Stella. Let me know when you find her, okay? I don't want to sit around worrying about her all day. Tabitha's phone buzzes. I'd better get back to work. Stay safe out there. Petite Lukey. I'm so fucking sad that I called myself Petite Lukey. Why? I'm gonna rename my character and just play through the game with all of the same decisions, just for this reason. Call me if you run into more trouble, but please don't go looking for any trouble today, okay? I don't need you going missing too. Don't worry. Cousin kiss. You leave the office, closing the door behind you. You find Kanika waiting for you outside. You don't look like you found any new leads. It feels like we've done our due diligence here. Come on, I'll drive us back to town and we can figure out our next move from there. Let's go to the diner. I'm hungry, man. All I've eaten was a PB&J today. Let's check out the diner, baby. Good idea. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. Obviously, we'll be talking to Avery, and he's right there. The diner is busier than you've ever seen it. The small booths packed with miners. Wow, I've seen it once. Hey, I hope you weren't planning on spending any quality time at the diner today. Looks like we'll be hosting a meeting for the foreseeable future. So I guess this is where the miners are setting up shop. This is great for business. These fellas can have as much free coffee as they can drink if they keep piling in like this. The miners didn't even notice you enter the diner, and instead of speaking in hushed voices, argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. I guess the shift schedules are pretty brutal. And I'd like more vacation days. I'd love to be able to see my family around the holidays. And better health benefits would be amazing. But what if she decides to fire all of us? Hey, careful, folks. Smith just let me know that the boss's cousin over there was snooping around the mine. Let's put this discussion on ice until we know we won't be overheard. The conversation cuts out, an uncomfortable silence falling over the diner as the miners watch it with suspicion. To be quite honest, I don't really care about the miners' strike. Hey, have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. Weigh in on the Harrison's situation. I'm not getting involved here. This is Tabitha's battle. About the strike, let me just ask about Stella. The YouTuber? No, we ain't seen her. As you can see, we got a lot going on today. We'd appreciate it if you didn't butt in. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. I hope she's okay. She hasn't been around. I'll let you know if I hear anything. Weigh in on the situation about the strike. I guess we should get going, turn and leave. I mean, should I ask about the strike? Do I care about these? They're like named characters, but they're clearly not that important. I'm gonna say something. We all know it's you. We all know who you're related to, kid. Word travels fast. I'll be damned if we talk business in front of you. If the mine fails, none of you are even gonna have jobs left to strike over. Look, I support you guys, but maybe you can save this until next week. Tabitha's mom just died. This whole strike thing is hardly fair. I may be the boss's cousin, but I support the strike. Dude, this game is like pushing the support of the strike onto me. Do you think I like Tabitha? You've met her, right? Let me promise you that our blood relationship means nothing. I don't actually have a horse in this race. I didn't even know Scarlet Hollow existed until a few days ago. I talked to Tabitha earlier today. I think I can convince her. No, I'll just drop it. Whatever. I don't care enough. I think we should get going. Diner, useless. What is the last place we're supposed to go to? You turn and leave the diner, Kanika trailing close behind you. Still no sign of Stella. Alright, I guess we're gonna go check out the damn church. First time in the church. The church? What, you think Stella decided to get religious all of a sudden? She seemed really shaken up. It's not unlikely. I don't know if she'll be there. I just want to talk to the pastor. I just want to be thorough. I feel like I need some spiritual cleansing. I want to stock up on holy water and crosses. I want to tell Pastor Daniel that ghosts are real. I want to rub it in his face. That would be fun to do, but let's be thorough. Let's just make it quick. I don't want him trying to rope me into some church event. All right, Pastor Daniel, what have you got here? And what's your name again? Jody the cleaner? Kanika leads the way, taking you up the gradual slope to the church. All right, where is that weirdo? my. 3 visitors at once on a Thursday? This is unprecedented. But there are only 2 of us. Oh no, we were followed by a ditchling. Were we followed by Wayne? Sup, old people? Oh, it's just Zane. What are you doing here? All the glimpses of death I've had in the past few days forced me into the midst of an existential crisis, my dudes. I wanted to see if Faith had any answers for me. Alas, I have not yet found the solace I seek. Give it time, Zane. It sometimes takes a while for the Lord to work his way into your heart, but when he does, you won't regret letting him in. Be sure to look over those pamphlets I gave to you, and of course, I'm always here if you need to talk. Sure thing, Pastor D. Peace, y'all. Zane is the most useless character, dude. He always just appears for these, like, mini cameos. Anyway, we're looking for Stella. She wandered off last night and no one's seen her since. We're starting to get pretty worried. We'd hope maybe you or Janie had seen her. I can't speak for Janie, but I'm afraid I've seen neither hide nor hair of Stella. If you'd like to talk to my wife, she's just over there by the alpacas. Though, Petite Lukey, I was hoping we might be able to talk in private. Sure, what's up? No way, I'm not talking to you in private. Why does it have to be in private? What do you think this guy's gonna do to me, man? I'd beat the shit out of him if he tried anything. Sure, what's up? I guess I'll leave you to it while I check with Danny. Oh my god, that smile again. Kanika heads over to Janie and the alpacas, leaving you alone with the nervous pastor. I'm so glad you decided to come up to visit me. So many young people these days seem to really think that they can solve their problems on their own. Meanwhile, God is right there ready to help them. If only they'd let him into their hearts. The pastor's art dart back and forth towards the alpacas. Okay, good. She's gone. You're new in town. What kind of impression did I make on you? Am I creepy? You're extremely creepy. I don't think I would tell him this. I don't think you're creepy at all. If anything, you've been extremely welcoming to me. Although as I listen to this music, I'm realizing that he's supposed to try to be creepy. Personally, I like the cut of your jib. You haven't really done anything wrong, but you have no chill. Kanika said you smiled through her dad's funeral. I think this is part of the problem. If you have to pull strangers aside to ask them if you're creepy, you probably come off as creepy. I'm gonna say you haven't really done anything wrong, but you have no chill. I feel like just gotta be straight with this guy. You make me tense and uncomfortable. That's a harsh truth you're slinging at me. It wasn't always like this, you know. Believe it or not, before I moved to Scarlet Hollow, I used to be pretty popular. I was one of the cool kids over at Harvard Divinity School.
What the fuck is this?
He's interrupted by the sounds of a snapping twig and a high-pitched giggle, partly muffled by the underbrush of an edge of the property. Tulip, come out of there. You know you're not supposed to play in the woods. Tulip glances back at the woods, quiet as she hesitates. Is that their child? I can't remember. Tulip, are you gonna be good? Or are we gonna skip over story time tonight? Yeah, he's creepy as fuck. I'll be good. You don't have to skip story time. I won't go into the woods, I promised. I know you won't, Tulip, because you know it's too dangerous for little girls in there. Why don't you go help Mama with the alpacas? It's just about time they got fed. You can give them hay. Ha ha ha! Tulip smiles broadly, smiling, seemingly excited by the prospect, and hurries off. Sorry I have to have a firm parenting moment just then. She'd been trying to run off into those woods a lot lately, and it's really dangerous, even for adults. There's this massive trash dump not too far past the trees, but it must be at least 50 years old, so it's all grown over and looks like it's part of the landscape. We know about that. It's like the trash lake or whatever. But if you accidentally walk on it, you might find yourself falling into hip deep into a mound of rusty cans and broken glass. Tulip made up some imaginary friends and keeps telling us that she wants to go out there, like the word of some fictional character she made up is going to convince us it's a good idea for her to play in somebody's old garbage. But she's 7. Of course she would get some funny little idea like that. I'd love to get the community to rally around a big cleanup. It's about time somebody got rid of all that junk. Oh, Tetanus Lake, that's what it is. Stella told me about it. That's right, why don't we say that? Tetanus Lake? That's an accurate name. I wonder if Tulip would stay away if I started calling it that, or if it would make her sound more alluring. How big a trash dump are we talking? Would a weekend of hard work clear it out? Probably not, but let's ask it. Maybe if you had construction equipment and a team of professionals. It's a big area, and I have no idea how deep it goes. In the meantime, I'm just making sure Tulip knows not to go near it. What's that you were saying about imaginary friends? Ooh, that could be something like a haunting thing again. Some weird thing going on in Scarlet Hollow. Stella and her friends used to play out there all the time. None of them got sick or died. I'm not gonna suggest that his daughter plays at a place called Tetanus Lake. Let the kid have some fun. That trash heap sounds awesome. Let's say that imaginary friends thing. Oh, she's just been talking about these friends of hers lately. Little stories about creatures that live at the church. I'm sure she saw some animal in there and decided it was her best friend. Nothing to be overly concerned about, except the trash heap situation. Out of the corner of your eye, Kanika walks back to the two of you. She must have finished talking to Janie. Janie said she hasn't seen Stella either, so we better get going. I hope your talk with the pastor went well. Yes, we had a great conversation. I appreciate you all stopping by, even if it wasn't under the best circumstances. I'll let y'all be on your way. And I hope Stella turns up soon. I'll put in some good prayers with the big man for her. Alright, thanks, see ya. Kanika, you want to ask about what I said? Because I told him he had no chill. Kanika starts back down the path to you and you follow. Okay, now that we put some distance between us and the church, what did he want to talk to you about? He didn't say anything weird, did he? Nosy, aren't you? Let the man have his privacy. No, man, I'll tell you. You want to know why everyone in the town thinks he's creepy? Everyone in this town is so mean to him. He's a nice guy. I'm going to say the creepy thing, obviously, because it's the truth. He is creepy. Let's not get too distracted until we find Stella, though. Where to next? As you consider your next steps, you remember your appointment with Sybil. She seemed to be confident last night that Stella would be okay. Maybe she'll be able to help you find her. She knew about ditchlings, after all. She seems to know all sorts of things. And she gives you free tea. She's so nice. Why is this a hot thing to think about? Am I trying to be like Soldier Boy? Like Granny Fucker now, dude? We should talk to your mom. I'm supposed to have tea with her today. Sure, we can humor her. She's probably going to give you some rocks or bundles of herbs for protection or something. Which might actually work. Who knows? I guess there's only one way to find out. And we head into Sybil's store where Miles is continuing to play on his dailies. The bells of the general store chime welcomingly as the two of you enter. Kanika, there you are. You were supposed to stay in bed today, remember? And hello, Petite Lukey. Hope you're sufficiently recovered from last night's fiasco. Sorry, Mom. It's just Stella's missing and Stella can take care of yourself, unlike you. You need bed rest and lots of fluids. You don't need to go running around town spreading that cold of yours. Go on, get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. I thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to about with Petite Lukey. I'm feeling really okay. I want to hear what you wanted to say to him. I'll just be doing a tea reading. Haven't those always bored you to tears? Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really lie down. Dude, she's a manipulator, this Sybil. Bye, Petite Lukey. See ya, Kanika. I actually had a pretty good time with you. Kanika turns and heads towards the stairs without saying another word. Sybil, I'm so sus of, though. Shall we? Sybil motions towards the tea room, and we follow her into the tea room. Bye, Miles. Don't say anything to me. It's fine. I'm a YouTuber, though, in real life. Please, have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup. You take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here. Only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy rain curtains. I don't know why I added rain there, but why not? Supplemented by the bright glow of lights over the plant in the corner. Booksmart. It's a castor bean, an incredibly toxic plant, and it's strange for a tea maker to keep around in her workspace. Okay, it's so pretty though. Okay, Sybil. Interesting. I know your husband's dead, but to be honest, I don't swing that way. To old people. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy with an undercurrent of decaying earth. It's the same tea she brought you on Tuesday. I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat? She winks at me. Okay, the other day you promised to tell me, what was it? Unsavory tales of my mom's youth? I most certainly did, though I might have been exaggerating a bit for dramatic effect. I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age difference might be. Sybil, where are you looking, Sybil? Come on. It's okay. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Perlan was a lot like your great-grandmother, Edwardine, which is to say she was not a very kind woman. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't a shrinking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. Why were Perlan and my mom raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother? I do want to know this. What do you know about my grandma? I want to know that as well. I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family, but what about the men? Did they even exist? We know Enoch existed. What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant? Okay, let's start from the top. Why were my mom and Perlan raised by Edwardine? Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was young. Too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. Oh, that's right. She died in childbirth. She didn't survive the labor. Okay. What do you know about my grandma? I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were two in that generation. The youngest died when the girls were still children. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother. I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family, but what about the men? What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant? Okay, let's ask about the men first. I suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. Might have been Stuart, or something just as forgettable. From what Vivian said, her father was some teenage fling that ended once your grandmother found out she was pregnant. Okay, so hold on. Enoch is actually Edwardine's father. I forgot about that. So I thought that Enoch was my grandfather, but that's not the case. And she had a teenage fling that ended once your grandmother found out she was pregnant. So it could have been Charles Shaw, but I kind of doubt it still. I'm fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, though she was much older, and I believe she was the one who ended it, what with skipping town and all. What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant, and who was my dad? Do I know my dad? She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handed a death sentence. Maybe it was fear from what had happened to her own mother. Maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born into wedlock, so I assumed your mother's worries had something to do with religion. Though the Scarlets weren't particularly religious as far as I know. But the way Vivian was that night she came to me, it stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. Obviously, it's some sort of scarlet curse. Or maybe it's the fact that Tabitha and I are of the same generation, and like Scarlets can only really survive one at a time. But that is disproven by Perlan and Vivian. Quit yanking me around. You have something to tell me. Just come out and say it. What's with all the mystery and ritual? If you have something to tell me, just come out and say it. Why don't I sip my tea? I sip it delicately. The citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness at its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. But after the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal, you find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. Alright, what's with the mystery and ritual? Tell me what I need to know, man. I'll need your tea leaves first. I have pieces of the puzzle, but the tea leaves should help me give me the full picture. And so we finish the tea, and we will hear what Sybil has to say. I take another sip, close my eyes. It's delightful. I don't really care that much. The tea is gone before you know it. The small cup empty, save for what's left of rehydrated leaves coating the bottom. Oh, good. Glad you find the tea palatable enough to drink. It should do you some good. It's one of my more medicinal brands. Now, on to business. Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. You're hot. You've got just about every warning that can fit in the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume that all of this has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure, but we may at the very least be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here, a cat, an enemy, lurking in plain sight. What? It's not Furfrou. That cat's gotta be Pixel! Or maybe it's Furfrou. Those are two cats I know. Who's Pixel? Hold on. Pixel is apparently Oscar's cat. I don't remember that at all. Maybe it's Furfrou. Those are the two cats I know. The cat could be Tabitha. The cat could be Wayne. The cat could be Stella, Kanika, Oscar, Dr. Kelly. The cat could be Pastor Daniel. How do I know you're not the cat? Oh, man. Okay, it's definitely not Tabitha. I don't think it's Wayne. I do think that there's a chance that Stella is actually kind of bad. She knows a lot about everything, but I guess going through the computer in her room suggests that she's kind of just as clueless as everyone else. The cat could be Kanika. The cat could be Oscar, Reese. Why don't I ask Sybil? Because I am an engager. How do I know you're not the cat? That's ridiculous. Sybil is helping you. And if she was the cat, why would she warn you about herself? Pick someone else. Really? Okay. In that case, I think it's Reese. Or Dr. Kelly. Seriously. Let's go with Reese. The cat could be Reese. The man is clearly troubled. I can see him becoming some sort of enemy. With the way Dr. Kelly keeps trying to keep people away from him, maybe he knows something. His mom seems to really have it in for me. Maybe he feels the same and I just don't know it yet. He has claws and sleeps all day. It's obvious, right? Sybil chuckles. You may be taking cat too literally. I may not have visited with him recently, what with his health the way it is, but from what Jonas told me, he doesn't seem like he has much time for nefarious plots against anyone, let alone someone he met so recently. I don't think you have to worry about any betrayals coming from that poor young man. But you should trust your own judgment here. Friend or family, the cat will make itself known soon enough. You don't have to figure out an answer right away. It often takes time for the mind to connect the dots. Just be on guard and keep vigilant that someone close to you isn't to be trusted. Oh man, I mean, if I had to make a guess, if I really had to make a guess, I think I would have to go with Stella. Even if she doesn't know everything, she might not be doing everything, obviously, to like help us or the rest of the town out. I don't think it's Tabitha, man. Tabitha's chill. I like Tabitha. She's my cousin. We know from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way, and it's likely that it's connected to some hidden enemy. Perhaps we can try to counteract whatever might be planned for you. Judging by what you told me last night, those stones, carving, seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely they have something to do with this. Until the cat reveals itself, it seems like your best course of action is to seek these carvings out, piece together what you can from your visions, and arm yourself with information. Have you sensed any others around town? You think you might be able to find another? Yes! My thoughts had drifted that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even just remembering it is enough to tug at you, compelling you to return and open to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. That's what I'm thinking, man. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. I think I felt another in the clinic. Bad stuff always happens around them. I shouldn't seek out more of them. No. I mean, let's say that it's in the clinic. I definitely know that they have something to do with one another, but I'm now stuck on the fucking cat. That's good! See if you can find your way inside and uncover another stone. That could give you a leg up on your adversary. You'll just have to be careful to avoid the doctor. Something tells me she won't take too kindly to you sniffing around her clinic. Also, I really do think it could be Sybil. Like, she could be some sort of witchy witch, and the game is just, like, throwing me for a loop when I clicked her. No, don't be ridiculous. Sybil is helping you. Dude, maybe this cat is just confident. If I recall correctly, there's a hill that'll take you nearly all the way to the second story, and she never locks any of the doors up there. Just in case that's helpful information. I think that's all the help I can offer. I hope this conversation has been illuminating, even if it just brought up more questions than giving any clear answers. You helped last night, why don't you come with me? Sybil. I may have been able to see through that spirit's illusions, but I'm not some kind of all-powerful entity. I'm an old woman, I have trouble with my knees, and my eyesight isn't what it used to be. In most situations, I'd be more of a liability than a helpful companion. Imagine if I'd been in those mines with you. Some use I'd be, struggling to climb over rocks and ladders, throwing my back out from all the crouching. That's it? This wasn't helpful at all! I mean, it was if we'd consider the cat. All you do is look at some leaves and tell me to go put myself in danger. Thanks, I'll let you know if I find anything. I'll just say that, whatever. We'll keep everybody close to me. My friends in particular, but my enemies even closer. Glad to hear it. I hope all goes well, and I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't need it. Thank you again for humoring an old lady and stopping by for a chat. Okay, with a small grunt of effort, Sybil gets up from the table and you're escorted back to the door. And remember, be careful who you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce, and merely being ready for it might not be enough. I don't want to die. Sybil closes the door to the tea room, the bells of the door strangely ringing flat in the stale air of the nearly empty general store. Should I talk to Miles? I guess I will, why not? Is your mom a witch? I'm not going to say that, but I do think it. Ghosts are real, just thought you should know. Kanika has a cold, huh? See any weird rocks around town? Yeah, I mean, they hang out in mines. Maybe he has. Nah, I'm done hanging around rocks after that whole thing in the mine. Well, ghosts are real. Just thought you should know. Yeah, I know. I have YouTube. Okay, well, Kanika has a cold, huh? Do you? Yeah, I guess so. Why? Do you like my sister or something? Yeah, is she single? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't thought about it much. I mean, I don't like her. I'm just worried about her. Nah, she kind of sucks. I'm just worried about her. Come on. You shouldn't be. Okay, well, I'm going to return now. Let's check in on Kanika. You're not going anywhere before checking in on Kanika. You make your way upstairs. Nice stickers on the door, dude. Knock. What if Stella's in here? Mom, I really don't need any more tea. I think I'm going to lie down for a while. I'm not your mom. Oh, Lukey, what's up? Can I come in? I was hoping we'd spend more time together. I need to talk to you. It's important. What do we have to talk about? I guess the cat thing? I'm going to the clinic. I was hoping you would join me. I could use a breather. Let's hang out for a minute. Now, let's say the clinic thing. Sorry, Petite Lukey. My mom was right. I'm exhausted. I probably shouldn't push it or I'll wind up worse off tomorrow. It looks like you're on your own. All right, Kanika, not helpful. You make your way out the general store and down the road to the clinic. Okay. I am by myself. But I function best alone because I've got nobody to take care of. You make your way up the familiar hill, past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. What if we just called Tabitha now, though? Like, hey, Tabitha, I'm about to go snooping, and I might go into another bad situation, and I thought you should know, and I think you should come. It isn't long before you find yourself outside the Dr. Kelly's clinic. Its secret's enticing you to find a way in. A lot of ditchlings here, and I see Wayne! Hello, Wayne-y boy! Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. You can see the hill Sybil was talking about, wrapped around the back of the old hospital like a stone blanket. It should take you directly up to the second floor and the unlocked doors of the terrace. Hot. Get to the terrace. Why is that hot? Make your way up the hill and onto the terrace. Knock on Reese's basement windows. Okay, let's use hot, whatever. You scan the parts of the building around the terrace and zero in on a drain pipe. Bingo. Okay, because I've been doing this my entire life, sneaking into sneaking into women's rooms. It's been a while since you've done this and you're a little rusty, but it doesn't take much effort before you're there. You try the door. It's unlocked. It's always unlocked. Alright, so I'm actually just going to be snooping in here. Whatever, seems like an awful idea. The upstairs of the clinic feels like a decommissioned museum. Old furniture is covered in plain white sheets and a thick layer of dust coats the floor. This place hasn't seen any use in years. You're in the clinic, free to explore as you please. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. You can feel that odd sensation again. That nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. So I immediately go there. You've been caught by its gravity, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around the corner and towards a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar, as if inviting you to enter. Turn on the lights. The lights click on. You're in the morgue. Petite Lukey, what are you doing here? In the morgue? Hi! Vampire! I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. But you're a werewolf. I think you're a werewolf. You haven't seen Stella around, have you? She's been missing since last night. That would be a great thing to immediately ask. Or should I flirt? That could help, but I don't know that flirting would save us. Oh my god, you died and she Frankensteined you back to life. Am I interrupting something? Okay, I have to ask, are you human? She killed you, what are you doing in the morning? I'm gonna deflect and ask about Stella. I haven't. Did you think you'd find her in the morgue? His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Follow the pull. Is he not going to stop me? You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment, the thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. So obviously the morgue is from the other side of the door that we initially saw. You kind of look possessed for a second there. You good? Make him understand. White wall. Need see thing, but wall stand in way. Let me inside. There's some kind of magic shit going on, man, but it's telling me I need to get behind that wall. I need to get behind that wall. There's a stone carving on the other side of that wall, and I need to see it. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency axe somewhere upstairs. Bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? You're just gonna let me axe your house? You vampire. I knew it. I knew it this entire time. I need to get the doc out of our hair. Should take 2 seconds. Get the doc out of our hair? I mean, I'll explore, but I know what that means. Yeah, if I say I'm sick and need to get something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. Surefire way to get her out of the house. So the doc's not even here. He was just lying down in the morgue with lights completely off. I mean, maybe he was sleeping. Who fucking knows? And most of the time, it's true anyway. How'd you learn that little trick? Oh my god, I'm so not book smart. Like, obviously he'd know. He's been sick forever. Use what you got to get what you need. No shame in that. Doesn't that make her worry about you even more? Wow, manipulating her using your illness. Classy. Say nothing. I mean, let's say, how'd you learn that little trick? When you're a teenager whose doctor's mom won't leave you alone for 2 seconds, do you learn how to make it happen? Yes, please. X now. Sounds great. Lead the way. Yes, I will destroy the wall. Sounds great. Lead the way. Sweet. Be right back. While he's gone, though, am I going to do something? He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited, his usual dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom? He coughs gently. Reese! I didn't know you were awake! I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out, though. Really? I thought I'd just pick some up. I've got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice and some ginger ale, too. That'd be awesome. Sorry to ask. I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. It doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall and the front door opening and closing. It worked! The theatric rasp has left his voice. Excitement rising in his place. Come on up. We don't have long until she's back. Okay, I don't need to even, like, break the wall, right? I mean, isn't there just a door here? Or is the morgue the door that I saw? As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it, your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveiled it. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is, though. I'm not sure she would be keeping it. Okay, I can't even read. Fuck it, man. I'll show you around. Let's try to get to the doctor's office first. Okay, you make your way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medicinal supplies. But something on the desk catches your eye. Some sort of records with your family's name on them. You're a fast reader. It shouldn't take you too long to skim these. Hell yeah, Booksmart! Booksmart has been so useful, dude, in this game. And I'm really pleased because being Booksmart is a good thing. Reese stops the doorway, turning to watch you leaf through the documents. Find something interesting? They're your family's death certificates. Okay, now we can look at Perlan's, Edwardines, or Enoch's. Let's start with Perlan's. Cause of death, sleep apnea. Discovered by her daughter, Tabitha Chrysanthemum Scarlet. No autopsy performed. Tabitha's middle name is Chrysanthemum? Wonder who cursed her with that mouthful. Who said you could read any of these? I'm definitely going to make fun of her that for later. I feel like that was forbidden knowledge. Oh, I think it's pretty. I'm going to say that. Alright, Edwardine's death certificate. Edwardine Scarlet, born April 9th, 1913. Died in 2003. Okay. Aged 89. Cause of death, heart failure. Signed by her granddaughter, Perlan Scarlet. Pretty normal, almost made it to 90. Died of a normal old person illness. And Enoch? Is there a death certificate? Born September 9th, 1887. Died August 20th, 1957. Age 69. Cause of death, fall from cliff. So someone pushed him, perhaps. This one has a coroner's report attached. Organs sustained impact injuries. Lacerations to the neck and body consistent with fall from great height. Whoa. An actual autopsy report. Looks ancient. Other death certificates? You quickly flip through a few of the other ones whose names aren't quite as familiar. Theodore Scarlet, born May 1890, age 28. Cause of death, crushed in mind collapse. Okay. Body not recovered. Signed by his brother, Enoch Scarlet. So you had a great uncle who died in the collapse, even though it was Enoch who goaded Charles Shaw to use, I think, weaker materials. Joseph Scarlet, whatever. Louis Scarlet, died, born, both killed at Normandy in the line of duty. Those were Edwardine's brothers, whom she talked about last episode. Yes, these must have been Edwardine's brothers. Certificate of fetal death, infant boy. Andrew Charles Scarlet. Delivered April 3rd, 1945. Stillbirth. Mother Edwardine Scarlet. Okay. So, she named someone Charles after all, but he was a stillborn baby. Okay, interesting. Cause of death, complications during birth, no doctor present, home burial. That settles the question of whether you're related to Charlie. Does it? Wait, why? Why does that settle the question? Because she named him Charles, but can't you still do that even if they are related? So, I mean, I'm presuming that we're not related, but whatever. Alexandra Scarlet, born December 12th, 1947, died August 20th, age 9, missing, presumed dead, signed by mother, Edwardine Scarlet. Okay, so she had a bunch of kids who went missing, including this person who ended up being the sibling of Perlan and Vivian. Alexandra, the owner of the doll. So she went missing. And it was the same day Enoch died in a hiking accident. Mary Bell Scarlet, born September 3rd, 1946, died October 30th, 1963, age 17. Okay. Cause of death, complication during childbirth, signed by her mother, Edwardine Scarlet. Wow, a lot of her children died. Wow, that's a lot of kids to outlive, truly. Okay, I'm gonna wonder about the implications about this after we're done recording as well. I thought so much about last episode as well that I pieced together what's going on with Charles and Edwardine and stuff, but now we gotta think about the dates. I'm probably gonna rewatch again this video so I get some more info. You turn around and leave the office. It's time to move on. The medical supply room is probably a good bet. The fire axe seems like something that might be useful in a room full of chemicals. It's just down the hill. There it is. Looks like it needs a key, though. We'd better not break the glass. I'd rather explain why I had to steal the axe after we've had a chance to use it. There must be a key in here somewhere. He stops, as if listening to something you can't hear. Shit, she's back already. As if on cue, you hear the front door to the clinic open and close, the creak of its antique hinges echoing down the hallway. Footsteps start down the hall. Why is this guy so helpful, though? She's headed this way. Quick, we gotta hide. I'm not supposed to be in here. He opens the door and hurriedly motions you inside. You slip past him, scrunching into the small space as best as you can. He attempts to slide in after you. There's not enough room. Hide somewhere else. Let him in, bro. Come on. You make space and he slips in next to you, closing the door just enough that you can both still monitor the entrance to the supply room. Why would I not close the door fully? Dr. Kelly storms in, plastic bag and tow. She takes something out of the bag and places it on the counter. And then she hurries back out, bag rustling as she makes her way back down the hallway. We'd better wait a second, just in case. Flirt with Reese? I'm okay right now, dude. I still don't trust him very much. But now I'm thinking that maybe his mom is just the vampire. Quietly wait for the danger to pass. The two of you stand in tense silence, both crammed into the suffocating closet, taking shallow breaths as if she could hear you breathing from the other side of the building. But the footsteps return soon. Dr. Kelly makes her way back towards your hiding place, creaking floorboards broadcasting her location all the way to the hallway just outside your hiding spot. His head swivels suddenly. That was the door to the house. We're in the clear. Let's go. The two of you spill out the closet. Reese quickly and quietly starts pulling out drawers, scanning them for keys. You can't help but notice what Dr. Kelly left on the long steel table in the middle of the room. A sprig of small furry fruits. Castor beans. The same ones Sybil had, and they're poisonous. You've seen them elsewhere in town, but for the life of you, you can't remember where. Why did your mom get castor beans? I mean, isn't that Sybil? I'm pretty sure that's Sybil. Okay, so Dr. Kelly said she had errands on Main Street, so she went to the general store to get castor beans from Sybil. And they know each other. We know that from episode 2, I believe. So I guess that's all making sense, but we don't know why she needs them. Why did your mom get castor beans? Yes, found the keys. He holds up a small ring of keys with each, with a strip of colored tape on the head. You're not gonna say why? What's this about beans? Oh, those weird little fruit things? Reese unlocks the cabinet and offers you the fire axe. Okay, so he doesn't know, I guess. Here's your axe. And I don't know, I've never seen them before. I'm not allowed in the supply room. It's probably some kind of medicinal plant, right? She took a chemistry set, too. Though, come to think of it, she's not supposed to make medicine. She's not a pharmacist. This room is just for storage orders she gets from a pharmacist over in Brevard. Why would she bring something like that in here? This plant is not medicinal. It makes one of the deadliest poisons known to man. Castor beans make ricin, a deadly poison. Oh, I've watched Breaking Bad, boy! Let's go. She's poisoning you. This all but confirms it. Let him draw his own conclusions. I'm gonna say the first one. She's not using it for that, right? Why would she give people poison? Do you know what she gives you for your supposed illness? I don't think she's making it for everyone, just for you. I knew it. She was poisoning for you. Okay, let's ask, do you know what she gives you for your supposed illness? Or what she says she's been giving him? No, I don't. She's never explained it. I thought it was just too complicated for me to understand, so she didn't bother. Maybe she has some kind of information on it lying around in here somewhere? That drawer over there is locked. If I were information on some mysterious alien-looking fruit, I'd probably be in a locked drawer, right? Good thing I already have the keys. He unlocks the drawer, pulling out a notebook. This is about me. There's stuff in here from when I was like 12. It's some kind of diary or medical history or both, I guess. What the hell is this? Something about another episode? Guessing she's referring to one of my rough nights. Oh, here we go. There's some illustrations. He glances to the strange plant on the countertop. It's those beans you mentioned. She uses them to make my medicine. That's poison, right? He jerks his head towards the door. Shit, that was a door from the house. We've got to run. You follow Reese's instructions, once again starting down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back into the morgue. Okay, this guy is way too chill for realizing that his fucking doctor mom has been poisoning him the whole time. But we knew that. I mean, it was obvious. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right. We did have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge. But there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just gonna go chill in the morgue. I got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put earplugs to drown out all that industrial clanging you listen to. Maybe she never comes here. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You don't have to do that. I'll grab something from my room later. Sure, whatever you're able to do. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending down the stairs to join you in the fluorescent-lit room below. Well, now, yes? Why am I talking like this? I haven't been talking like this the entire time. Why is it still giving me the option? Wall, let's do this. You listen to music that sounds like a wall being broken down? That's what I was wondering as well. I should warn you, something spooky might happen when we break down that wall. I will tell him this to save me. Reese smiles. Good. Feel like I've been missing out lately. Stop asking questions. It's time to see what's on the other side of that wall. Let's do this. I'd like to do the honors, if you don't mind. I've got some confused and angry feelings I'd like to express. You know what? Fair shit, Reese. I don't know if you have the strength to do it, though. Reese takes the axe from you and approaches the wall. Reese manages to cut through the wall with very little effort. Unexpected from someone with his frame and condition. Thank you, game, for telling me that. I'll shut the fuck up from now on, then. But you know the stringy muscles are backed by a mounting fury at what's been done to him. That goes a long way. Okay, we did expect that for sure for Reese. He staggers back from the massive hole in the wall and admires his work. Also, I'm thinking now, because Scarlet's owned so many houses, if Enoch was placing these seals, they were all probably placed in places where Scarlet's, owned real estate. So like this morgue place, Oscar's house / the library, obviously the mines, wherever else. I just don't see how they're connected to the Scarlet family yet. And then also, who wanted to kill Enoch and Edwardine's young daughter? I don't think it was Charlie, but it could have been Edwardine. Alright, what we got? Holy shit. The splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place into the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back here. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthly mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward. I'm still so surprised Reese was down for this, and you climb into the hole. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing, rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall? His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting, and you stumble down the hallway towards the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you stagger past it. Whoa, are you okay? Alright, you don't respond, and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduce to sawdust. We break it. Tear into it, baby. Looks like a Medusa, lion, snakes, injured man. Ooh. Charles Shaw? Charlie? Enoch? I thought you weren't gonna come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. They said there's nothing I can do. I'll never use my legs again. I mean, his head was clearly injured. Enoch, what am I gonna do? Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. Teddy. Who do we know as Teddy? I can't remember. I've been doing my own research and I found us an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on out. I promise. I went to talk to the witch. witch? But that's nonsense. It's alright. It's sorted. We're taking you home today and everything will be resolved by this time next week. And they leave. Everything goes black. Your vision swims back into focus and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. How did he get me here? You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. Hey, I was worried you slipped into a coma or something. You tore down a wall like a wild animal, found some sort of weird carving and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. You okay? Wait, nothing spooky happened? The mountain didn't collapse on us? No ghosts? How'd I get here? Does Dr. Kelly know I'm here? You didn't call an ambulance when I started seizing? I had a vision. Okay, let's start saying the vision and see if he says anything more about that. Like, a hallucination? I have those sometimes too. I used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things. Like my hands would look wrong, or my neck would seem too long, or the room would feel smaller. I think the carvings are trying to warn me about something. My family has dark secrets. Absolutely. Good job. I think there are visions of things that actually happened. Correct. Whatever these visions are, they're making me very suspicious of my family. Parts of them. And there are carvings clearly drilled into some big gas pocket that keeps giving me seizures. No. I think these are visions of things that actually happened. Well, I wonder if you'd see anything else if you went back in there. Of course, there are more around town. Maybe if you collect them all, you'll finally unravel what the big mystery is. Seems fun. So nothing happened? The mountain didn't collapse? No ghosts? No nothing? No, nothing. You just fell down, twitched a little, and when you seemed stable, I carried you back here. That was a few hours ago. You don't have the kind of muscle mass required for that. Huh? Why would I lie about that? I just picked you up and carried you back. It's not like I had to go very far. This guy is such a fucking werewolf, dude. It's unbelievable. Does Dr. Kelly know I'm here? Let me ask that. No, I snuck you back into the house while she was busy in the medical storage room. Figured you wouldn't want to come into the morgue. Alright, you didn't call an ambulance when I started seizing? I'm not going to say that because, I mean, everything's fine. I should probably get going. Stella's still missing and the stone here finally stopped yelling at me. What now? I think Dr. Kelly should look me over. These seizures can't be good for me. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna leave this fucking werewolf place, dude. That might be a little tricky. The doc is on a warpath up there. I refuse to take my medicine and she's not happy about it. I'm sure you can understand why. There was no way I was gonna take anything she gave me. She's been poisoning me for years. Been thinking about what you said at dinner last night and I don't see any other possibility. It's only been a day since I've stopped taking my pills and I feel great. I went ahead and blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait her out. You blocked your door? I don't get why your mom would poison you, though. Do you know something about yourself? I don't know. But it's all in here. She never outright says what she's doing. And the recipe she came up with to deal with my flare-ups, whatever she thinks those are, involves that weird plant that was on the counter. Those castor beans. You were right, and ricin poisoning matches up with quite a few of my symptoms. You could have died from that, though, so, it's either very little or you have incredible regenerative properties. The thing I can't figure out is whether she's been trying to kill me slowly or if she just likes keeping me sick enough to be dependent on her. Either way, I don't think I've ever had an illness. I think that illness was me growing up and becoming less easy to control. She sure found a cure for that. Ricin is really bad. How are you not dead? Exactly! With your evidence, you should be able to go to the cops. Maybe not the local cop, but a cop. Yeah, how are you still alive? I don't know. Maybe it's low enough doses. Or maybe I developed a tolerance. That's not... No. But I think the fact that I feel more and more alive by the minute is proof enough that she was keeping me sick. I don't even need solid evidence. Okay, no matter what, we should get out of this basement soon. We need to get you out of here. Who knows what she'll do when she finds out what you know. Let's get out of this basement soon. I'm kind of worried about myself mostly right now. If I was really book smart, I would be trying to leave Reese, to be honest. Where would we go? The only person I know who has a car is Kanika, and she's not answering her phone. I don't know anyone else. I don't have any other family to go to. I never even finished high school. When I get out of this house, I don't know how I can make sure I don't wind up right back here. You can stay with me if you want, at least until you get on your feet. We can figure it out together, one step at a time. Let's just start by waiting out your mom and getting out of here. That's the one. You shouldn't call her my mom. As far as I'm concerned, she's forfeited that title. I don't even think I should call her doctor. She's just some woman now. Can't wait for her to be in rearview mirror for the rest of my life. We'll see if we can wait her out. If she doesn't fall asleep by 10, we can figure something else out. Those windows are supposedly shatterproof, which she's always said were for burglars. Now I assume it was yet another way to keep me boxed in. No, man. They are shatterproof because you're a fucking monster. And I'm about to be trapped in a fucking monster basement. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But we can try to break them anyway. A distraction seems like a good idea. You can probably tell I'm getting a little jittery. Maybe it's the lack of poison in my system for the first time in years, or the fact that my whole perception of reality has been turned on its head. Probably a combo. It would obviously take more than a day for ricin poisoning to be out of his system. Yeah, it doesn't feel awful, to be honest. You could always draw me. Why would I? I'm not flirting with a fucking monster. I believe you owe me a showing of Shinochi Deathblood. That's not a bad call. Do whatever it is you do to kill time, preferably something that'll help me ignore my mounting anxiety. I'm chill with whatever. Alright, let's do the Deathblood movie. I believe I do. Reese gets the movie set up and joins you on the bed. Why is he sitting like this on the bed? He's flirting with me now. Let me know if it gets to be too much for you. I'm not a great judge of how other people will react to the sort of things I watch, but I definitely don't want you to feel uncomfortable. This is a slow burn of a movie, but the dread it's managing to build is palpable in the room. Or maybe that's just how it feels down here all the time. What with the grisly paintings, lack of lighting, cinder block walls, and of course, the fact that the woman currently lurking upstairs had been poisoning her son since his teens. I've seen a couple of this director's other films, and they're all interesting. Though this is probably the best introduction to his work. The way jump cuts seemingly to unrelated TV show recordings then wind up trying to back into the narrative adds a level of realism and depth to the world that I find really engrossing. It's found footage used to the full. Okay, man, I don't super care. I see those teeth. Look at those teeth. Those aren't normal, like, canines. I can't believe I'll be able to just do things from here on out. Like, watch movies with another person. Or talk to people. Ever. You can hear the difference in energy now that Reese hasn't had his daily dose of poison. He's uncharacteristically chatty, clearly not used to talking to another person, let alone when he has the energy to carry on a long conversation. Hold his hand? I mean, maybe so he doesn't fucking kill us. I'm glad, but I don't want to, like, dude, Stella's still my favorite out of anybody here, but even though she might be the cat, I don't know! I'm so confused, it's like I've been ricin poisoned. I'm glad you'll be able to have a social life, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we need to get out of this basement. Ignore him and watch the movie. No, I'm watching the movie. I'm glad you'll be able to have a social life, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Reese smiles to himself. It's still hard to imagine. Hard to believe after all these years alone, that that's going to be my reality. A man on the screen yells portents of doom into the camera, trailing off into a wordless scream. The plot is really heating up. I love that there are all these distinct sort of vignettes, little pockets of horror that affect a small number of people, and only once you start to see how they fit together can you realize some fundamental horror about the universe. And then it sees you back. Incredible! Cosmic horror in the truest sense. Reese is becoming very animated. It's probably safe to assume that he's dealing with a lot of extra adrenaline right now, what with his entire reality turning out to be a lie. But he's also talking over the movie. I think a movie is too chill for you right now. Maybe we should just figure out how to leave. Are you feeling okay? I think we should better get going. Talking during the movies is fine. Let him. He's just excited. I think I better get going, Reese. That doesn't sound too bad. Oh no, did I do something wrong? Come on, dude. Why? I'm sorry. I know I'm probably being more talkative than usual. I'm just feeling a little jittery. You don't have to leave. I can settle down. We just have to wait a little longer. Then that woman will be asleep and we can both leave without anything going wrong. There's a knock on the window. Wayne? I knew it. Petite Luki. Don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. Wayne? Way ahead of ya. Where's Tabitha? That voice. I know that voice. Is that who's been following you around? Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the supposedly shatterproof window. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. Okay, what do you mean? Wayne isn't gonna hurt you. He hasn't hurt anyone. Why did he call you that thing? You're being weird. I don't need you to protect me. I think you might be overreacting. I'm gonna say that he hasn't hurt anyone, even though if Wayne came in and beat the living shit and lights out of Reese, I would be kinda happy. What do you mean? Wayne isn't gonna hurt you. He hasn't hurt anyone. Yes, he will. He's furious with me. Can't you hear it? But I'm not weak anymore. I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from the people who want to hurt me. I can protect both of us, Petite Luki. The window shatters. Alright, place your bets now. Vampire or werewolf? I'm calling werewolf. There's no way... Oh, God. What the fuck is going on? He's an art bender! As Reese tears his clothes, paint bubbles come from the canvases, his ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. I think I will do that. I immediately do. What? Werewolves would have tails, so he's not a vampire. Leave us alone! Are they all... In a surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes. As it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off and Wayne along with it. Run for the stairs, or stay where you are. I'm not gonna move. He can't see me. This guy needs to echolocate. Wait, then he will be able to see me. He can only see movement, though. We aren't safe, but I feel strong now. I think I could save us. Stay here. I'll be right back. I just have to deal with the doc. Oh, Dr. Kelly. You should take the ricin right now. Reese storms up the stairs, leaving you with his creations. Call Tabitha for help. Try and warn Dr. Kelly. You're not sure who to help. Best follow Reese and see how things play out. Fuck no. Try and leave. Dude, I think I'm calling Tabitha, bro. Well, I mean, I feel bad for putting in another situation that Tabitha didn't want me in, but I want her here. I'm calling Tabitha, dude. You dial your cousin. Tabitha is like the only person outside of Wayne whom I really trust. They are perfect together. Hey, where are you? I'm at the clinic. I think Dr. Kelly's in danger. There's a monster on the loose, Tabitha. What do you think about that? What do you know about Reese? Reese transformed into a monster and is on some kind of rampage. Can you come pick me up? Reese is gonna kill his mom. Also, he's a werewolf or a vampire or something. Clinic. Emergency. Scary. Can you pick me up? Okay, I mean, what do you know about Reese? That's not good enough. Reese is gonna kill his mom. Also, he's a werewolf or something. I'm gonna say that. What? I knew there was something that smelled off about that kid. Stay put. I'm on my way. Don't get eaten. Dude, what is she gonna do, though? Like, I called her mostly just because I like her, but what is she supposed to do? What if she has powers, too? Your cousin hangs up the phone. Okay, we can do more. Nice. Try and warn Dr. Kelly. You're not sure who to help. Best follow Reese and see how things play out. I'm gonna try and leave first. Okay? Never the fuck I mind. You bound up the basement stairs and rush to the front door. You pull, but it's shut by his constructs. Try and warn Dr. Kelly. You make your way to the door that beckoned you yesterday. All intrigue now washed away. Wait, so I was able to leave. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement of the clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there's a monster, preparing to do something unthinkable. Open the door. You grasp the handle and turn. Duck! Huh? Duck, bro. That's what I'm fucking doing. Quick time event. You do as she says, ducking out of the way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud. There's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. Trank? You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls the tranquilizer dart out from between his ribs, heavy breathing as the drug courses through his system. So now I'm wondering if this is actually even her child, or if she just took it upon herself to be the protector of Scarlet Hollow by taking care of him. But they look so similar. You're gonna have to try harder than that, you bitch. No. How did you... Ah, Trent. Oh, Wayne is here too, baby. You're fucked. As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down, paint flows between the cracks of the wood. Reese is panicked, pulling in a mob of furious creatures to hold his enemy in place. Where am I? Next to Reese? The artist starts away, but his creations continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway as Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of his stairs by stiffening globs of paint. I'll help you, Wayne! Dr. Kelly makes her escape down a hallway. Okay. Do we run after Dr. Kelly or run to a nearby room? I mean, I'll run after Dr. Kelly. I don't think she's gonna die. You run forward, braving the onslaught of Reese's creations, dodging them as best as you can, as you try to see where Dr. Kelly went. The door in front of you is smothered in paint. Hey! Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out of some unseen speaker. You, Petite Lukey. I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help the both of us. You survived. What's going on? Dude, where did Reese go? What the hell is your son? I'm sure Wayne can handle this. I'm not helping you. You were poisoning him. Petite Lukey, be book smart for 1 fucking second! What is going on? I think you can probably put that together. I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions when you're there. Head to the medical storage room. Yes, sir, Dr. Kelly, ma'am. You turn back around and head to the medical storage room. Okay, I need the ricin. I'm here. Great, now listen to me. I need you to use the black taped key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle labeled carfentanil. Bear tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. Why didn't you just start with elephant tranquilizers? An intercom system? Huh, Doc? Good. You should hear this. Petite Lukey, you don't have to do anything, she says. I'm not gonna hurt anybody else. Just her. If you don't, you and I both know she's gonna shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers. Did I hear that right? And shove me back down to the basement, or maybe someplace even worse, and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable experience. I feel amazing right now. Better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous. She's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. I'm not gonna let you kill someone, Reese. Can't you two just get along? That'd be dope. I feel like I shouldn't get in the middle of this. I'm on Reese's side. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. Wayne helped me. I just want to go home. I'm not gonna let you kill someone, Reese. Why not? She wasn't afraid I might die. Does she know those tranquilizers aren't gonna kill me? Does she care? Trust me, Reese, I've always been careful with your medication. I want you to live. I love you. Tell yourself whatever lies you have to, Mom. If you wanted a good relationship, you had your chance, and you decided to convince me I was dying instead of just letting me exist. Oh my god, Wayne is behind him. Choke his ass out, bro. Don't try to spin it like some kind of crime of passion now that the consequences are staring you in the face. Enough. Oh, hand on shoulder. Reese cries out in pain. Ah, what the hell did you do to my shoulder? Dude, what the fuck did he do? He just did this. He's not a toucher, Reese. I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. Yes, I grabbed the tranquilizers. They're easy to find, marked with small squares of black tape to match the key. She's certainly an organized woman, I think to myself, and hot. Head for the safe room. I run to the safe room, with the hot woman in tow. No, she'll be there, though. You make your way out of the medical storage room and back into the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, slowly breaking apart the massive paint sealing it shut. Hurry, I don't think I can keep it open for long. Damn, she's fucking strong, or I don't know why you can't keep it open for long, though. You slip past into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly through one of the little smears managed to slip past her, and she steps on it. Painted viscera splatters across the cement floor. This game loves the word viscera. It sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. What is this room? Let's talk Reese. What's the game plan, both short and long term? While we're at it, any other secrets you're keeping? So now that I'm in on your secrets, I guess we're kind of a team, huh? Should I flirt with her? I don't really care for her that much. What is this room? It's a safe room. Let's talk Reese first, though. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Go ahead, I have nothing left to hide. When did you find out? A little after he hit puberty. He had all the usual changes, then a few extra. Thickened nails, sharp teeth, elfish ears. I figured he might have some kind of genetic disorder, had him checked out at a few specialists, but there was nothing obviously wrong with him. Then we had an argument, and he changed right in front of me. It was nothing like what he is now, just a couple inches and some facial abnormalities, enough to be noticeable. I was scared. He could see that, and he stopped. I just want to say, I fucking clocked this guy from the first moment I saw him. I said vampire, and then I'm pretty sure I said werewolf right after that. I thought it was a one-off, or maybe a hallucination. But the second time it wasn't as subtle, and it didn't go away as easily. That's when I knew for sure this was something beyond my realm of expertise. How did he not know what he was? I've been medicating him since he was 12. We've only had 3 incidents like this before, maybe 4, depending on what counts. This is the worst one by far. He doesn't seem to understand at first that he looks different, and I just make sure to stay on top of his dosages so he rarely ever does. But I've been preparing for this inevitability. He's an adult now, so there's only so much I can do to control him. Why did you start poisoning him? I think that's fucking obvious, Petite Lukey. Dr. Kelly sighs. Can we stop calling it poison? Yes, it's poison, but the act of me giving him poison was not me poisoning him. I was medicating his illness. It started when he was around 15. I'd been giving him increasingly high doses of Klonopin, but his body kept adapting and his symptoms would come back, especially if we never fought. I couldn't keep ordering all those drugs. It was already suspicious, and I could risk losing my license, especially if everyone ever found out what I was using them for. Someone approached me with a solution. I took it. It was Sybil, the fucking witch. And I've been dealing with the emotional and mental consequences of that decision ever since. Who approached you and what did they say? Dr. Kelly gives you a long, hard look. I don't want to talk about that woman. But screw it. I might die tonight. Sure, I'll tell you. Sybil, I'm calling it right now. It was... And that's all I have to say about that. Well, fuck, dude. It's gotta be Sybil, dude. She could have said, to be honest, Kanika, or Stella, or Edwardine, or Alexandra Scarlet, who is alive after being pushed down the hill, or someone we don't know. What is he? Can I not ask about what the Flash was? What is he? At first I thought he was some kind of werewolf. Me too. But if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him. Have you seen what he looks like? It's just weird. It's almost I almost wish I could examine him while he's fully transformed. I'd be fascinated to know what happens to him or how his body does it. But he seems pretty hell-bent on ripping my throat out, so I guess that'll just have to remain a mystery. Was his dad similar? What a weird question. And are you still, like, mourning your father, his father, or... A strange little smile creeps onto Dr. Kelly's face. I wish I knew. Reese just kind of happened. I wasn't seeing anyone, I just woke up pregnant one day. I know how impossible that sounds. I'm a doctor, for Christ's sake. I keep having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Whoa, this is like some weird implications that's going on now then. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kind of sweet, but they were just dreams. But then all of a sudden, my period stopped. I got morning sickness, and roughly 9 months later, Reese. Was he raped by a demon? What? The relationship between you seems so difficult, okay? Yeah, you could say that. He was such a cute kid. When I found out I was pregnant, I was terrified. I didn't know if I'd be ready, but he made me love being a mom. It's not like I was going to be sunshine and roses forever, no matter what. Kids grow up and they change, sometimes for the worst. It's part of being a mom, too. Doing what you can to make sure the child you brought into the world isn't going to go around eating people. And how do you know that he's dangerous? Well, he wants to murder me, so that's clue number 1. It's not like he's usually a violent kid. He's mostly just sad. But every now and then we butt heads, and that's usually when this side of him comes out. Imagine if this happens anytime he gets frustrated with anyone. Imagine he gets road rage one day, turns into a 12-foot-tall monster with a million teeth, and rips somebody apart in the middle of a major metropolitan area. Yeah, he's dangerous. He is indeed a menace to society. That doesn't mean he's dangerous. I mean, you are the biggest threat to him. No, why not just kill him? He's been kind to me. What you're doing is difficult, but it's necessary. Don't you think it might be a self-fulfilling prophecy? That could be true. I can fix him. Let's say the self-fulfilling prophecy thing. Oh, don't preach to me. Is he a sweet kid most of the time? Absolutely. And Ted Bundy was sweet to the people he picked up off the side of the road. Okay. Not exactly the same, but okay. Didn't mean he didn't go ahead and slaughter them anyway. I know what my son is capable of, so it's my job to make sure he doesn't hurt anybody. Alright, we'll leave it at that. What is this room? We know. What's the game plan, both short and long term? Tell me. Well, I pump him full of elephant tranquilizers, then I lock him in here. Then I somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. Then we all live happily ever after. And if you can't, doesn't really change much. Whether he's a willing captive or an unwilling captive, it doesn't matter. He's either under my constant supervision or he's dead. That's just how this thing has to go. Okay, well, and any other secrets you're keeping? You have it all. You have no idea how relieved I am to finally say all this shit out loud. Should we flirt? I guess we're kind of a team now, eh, Dr. Kelly? Kid, you're at least a decade too young for me. The sound of distant breaking glass. Okay, I mean, what if just a friendship team? That's how I speak to every woman in my life. Glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe room. Shit, this must be game time. Get those tranks ready. We have to get this door open before he crosses the hallway. Why can't you get them ready, doctor? Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. And? Wayne? Did you get him? Oh, shit. Wayne, did you die to him? I am not sure elephant tranquilizers are going to work on this guy. Yeah, maybe we need a horse tranquilizer. I feel like that would work better. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. Why are we doing this now? Hot. Tame the beast. Are you fucking kidding me? Is this gonna kill Dr. Kelly? What? I don't know if I could bring myself to do this. But dude, I said I gotta click hot, right? Okay, I mean, I'm thinking about this. This is the biggest decision, obviously, in the episode. I can see things from Reese's perspective, to be quite honest. Dr. Kelly made a huge, enormous mistake in medicating her child and not telling him just because she wanted to keep things in her own hands. That being said, this fucking guy, I don't know if he should be around other humans. But Reese actually seems relatively chill. And if we could keep his emotions in check, he wouldn't be that bad. Thus, I can see an argument for him being spared. I can see an argument for Kelly dying. I can see an argument for him being kept in the room because, I mean, we can't, like, guarantee that his emotions will be in here forever. But mostly, where the fuck is Tabitha? I called her. I think ultimately, what I've decided on is I am going to click hot to tame the beast. And then if that doesn't work, I will see what happens. I think that clicking hot tame the beast might even just kill Dr. Kelly, to be honest, because he's going to be like, no, not right now. We can have monster sex later, but I'm going to kill my mom now. Okay, hot, tame the beast. You step forward. There's no fucking way this works. If this fucking works, man. Place a calming hand on his face. She's only doing this to protect herself. Show her you're not a monster. Back down. Someone has to stop the cycle of violence. Let it be you. She loves you, Reese. Leave now before you do something you regret. Show her you're not a monster. Back down. Someone has to stop the cycle of violence. Let it be you. Let's go Naruto style. But she's... He stammers, his unnaturally stretched mouth struggling with words. For God's sake, Petite Luki, get away from him! He stares up at the woman in the doorway behind you. There's something pained in his expression beyond the rage he feels for her. Yeah, because he's her mom, dude. Reese's gaze returns to you, sadness in his eyes. I'm not a monster. Tabitha, did you fucking kill Reese? Shotgun in hand, your cousin rounds the corner and trains her weapon on Reese's writhing body. What the hell are you doing, Petite Luki? Get away from that thing! Did I pick wrong? Could I have saved him? What are you doing here? Stop it, let me sedate him. We can deal with this non-lethally. Oh, hot, save Reese. Dude, Tabitha, just trust me. Trust me on this. You step forward, filling in the space between Tabitha and the whimpering Reese, his face already trying to stitch itself back together as he sits propped against the wall. Yeah, regenerative abilities, I guess. That's why the ricin didn't kill him. Out of my way, Petite Luki. He's okay, Tabitha. He's not going to hurt anybody. Don't kill him, he's just confused. Don't you lay a figure on him. Stare down your cousin. Now let's talk to her. She trusts me. Back off, Tabitha. This is none of your business. Let me handle this, says Dr. Kelly. Dude, I like this scene. He's just gonna run back this way. Hell yeah. Oh, sure, because you were doing such a good job. That thing was about to eat my cousin. We're such fucking, like, almost siblings. We're bonding like this. That thing is my son, Miss Scarlet. And despite appearances, he's still human. Don't talk about him like he's some wild animal. Quick, Petite Luke, he's fixing himself. You don't know what you're doing. Get out of the way or I'll have to make you. Her threat is interrupted as Reese scrambles past you, knocking Tabitha's gun to the side and stumbling down the hall to the entrance to the clinic and the freedom beyond. What in the ever-loving... He pauses for a second, staring longingly back at you from his almost unruined face. I think he likes me. And then he's gone, his creations leaving with their maker. Shit! The three of you charge down the hall after him. But he's long gone. The door to the clinic hanging open, the night beyond seemingly empty. Great job, Petite Luki. You've set a monster free on the populace. If you'd just gotten me the tranquilizers, this would have been all over by now. Both of you are wrong, I say confidently but not knowing anything. Reese is beautiful and unique, I say lying to them. The world is better with him in it, with him than dead or locked away. And he would have been locked away forever. He can learn to live like this if you just let him. He's human too. He deserves freedom like everybody else. You don't have to worry about him. I mean... He can learn to live like this if you just let him. I'll say that. Or he might run around and start eating people. I don't know. Maybe Petite Luki was right to protect him. Maybe I've been contributing to all of this. Yeah, no fucking shit, Dr. Kelly. The two of you should leave. He left behind quite a mess for me to clean up, and I need some time with my thoughts. Not a word of this to anyone, or there will be hell to pay. Tabitha grumbles. Come on, Petite Luki, let's go. Hey, thanks for coming, though, Tabitha. I really appreciate it. The two of you make your way to the bottom of the hill where Tabitha's car is parked among the sleepy houses of Scarlet Hollow's residential street. She places her gun in the trunk and turns to face you. You're alone right now. Is Stella still missing? I tried calling her a couple of times, but I kept getting her stupid voicemail. Yeah, she's still missing. Shit, let me think. It's a long shot, but there's a place that might be worth checking out. We're going on a hike. Oh, nice, Tabitha. Let's fucking go. You care about Stella? Ah, there she is. After a bit of a trek, you and Tabitha stop by the edge of a 2-lane road near the town limits. There, sitting on a log, staring mournfully out on the asphalt, is Stella. You watch her from the underbrush. She's alive, thank God. She sounds more exasperated than relieved. Who I'm wondering about is Wayne, though, dude. I mean, Reese got away from him. Wait, but why did Wayne want to kill him so fucking bad? He's still protecting me. How'd you know she'd be here? Because you guys are friends, that's why. It's where her parents died. She ran off after we saw a ghost last night. It just made sense that she'd be here. You should talk to her, Tabitha. She'd probably be glad to see her. I'm gonna go talk to her. Let's go talk to her. Ooh, another fucking hard decision. I've been making so many of them, dude. I don't know. This is, probably the longest that I've spent thinking. And the conclusion I have come to is that I kind of want to talk to her together, but I also want Tabitha to talk to her alone. But I mean, fuck it, I'm playing the game, so I'll talk to them together. While I do want to romance Stella, I feel like it would be kind of fucked up of me in case Tabitha liked her. I'm not sure that like Tabitha ever felt romantically involved. No, because she likes Sam Wayne. But it would still be weird. I don't know. Like, I don't want to take her friend from her. I think I'm going to talk to her together. And then we'll just see what happens. I don't know if ultimately I'm going to be pursuing the romantic relationship with Stella. Because to me, the most important person in this game is Tabitha. Let's go talk to her. What do you think? I don't know. We've got baggage. It'll just make things worse. No, you're right. She's been practically begging for us to be closer than we are. It's time I stopped letting my dead mother dictate who I'm allowed to talk to. Let's do it. Okay, Tabitha, it worked. Oh, hey guys. Oh my god, everybody's fucking looking at me. Do I have the microphone? Okay. The two of you joined Stella, perching on the old log on either side of her. Y'all came to find me? You didn't have to go through all that trouble. I was probably gonna go head home soon. You had Petite Lukey worried all day, you know. We went all over town looking for you. And it looks like you got into some trouble too. Petite Lukey, you're all covered in blood. I think a lot of it is paint, actually. Paint? What? This is where your parents died, right? Oh. Cutscene. New student orientation. She's coming... Wow, they died as soon as she got to Scarlet Hollow? They don't look anything like Stella. Holy fucking brutal death. How did you survive that, Stella? You black cat. Stella? Are you okay? It seems as though you have some trauma that you need to work through for sure. I don't know. Should you really be jumping into a relationship with me anyway? What are you seeing? Oh, do they not have heads? Yeah. Right. So what killed them exactly? This is some Final Destination shit, dude. I didn't even, like, what flew off to kill them? Have you been sitting here all day? Yeah. Just waiting. Silence falls over the three of you, the wind rustling in the leaves and the sound of night insects carry on around you, muted in the still night. Nothing happened, though. It's probably for the best. Tabby, did I do something wrong after the accident? What? There's whole years of my life that I feel like never happened. Like, every time I try and remember them, it's blank. I have all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't even remember filming. It's scary. Did I do something to push you away? No. All you wanted to do was talk to me. But Perlan wouldn't let you near me. Oh. Tabitha sighs. That's not true. I was an adult when the accident happened. It doesn't matter what Perlan wanted. Wait. What accident are you talking about? I need to stop hiding under my mother's coat every time I make a bad decision. I pushed you away, Stella, and I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Tabby, I've missed you. I've missed you too. Still, fuck Perlan, though. You have no idea how happy I am to see you coming together. To the Dead Moms Club for bringing us all together. I'm gonna remain silent here, I think. You remain silent. The three of you stare out into the quiet night. I think the accident is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see them again. I just wanted to know whether I could. I never found anything, so eventually I gave up. But, wait, the accident, okay, it was obviously the car thing, but Tabitha just said she was an adult when the accident happened. Or are they talking about two separate accidents? Then last night happened, and I ran out here to see maybe if it would happen to them too. Even if it meant seeing the crash again, or seeing them all messed up and dead, I just wanted to see them. It's been a whole day, I don't think they're coming. You want to say goodbye? Stella sits in silence for a long time, her breath slow and even. Goodbye. I love you. Don't worry about me, I'm gonna be fine. She's silent again as if waiting for a response. No response comes. But she smiles, a lively glimmer returning to her sad eyes. That kind of felt better. I don't think I realized how much I'd kind of trapped myself in my own head. Thank you for breaking it out of me, you two. Stella straightens up, stretching her back. Gretchen wags her tail, tags jingling in the quiet night air. We should probably head back, right? I haven't slept in a day. Wait, before we go, we should tell you about what happened today. She doesn't need to hear about all this tonight. Yeah, why don't we save that for next time? You keep the events that transpired at the clinic to yourself, at least for now. The three of you and Gretchen make your way back through the woods before arriving at Stella's house. This is me. Thanks again, you two. It's time for us to get back to the estate, Petite Lukey. Tabby, wait, before you go. That's what I wanted this entire time. My two favorite women of all time hugging one another. Stella wraps your cousin in a tight hug. Don't be a stranger, okay? Tabitha, it's okay to cry. Never again. I promise. I think we did a pretty good job, to be honest. You and Tabitha quietly returned to the estate, both of you impossibly exhausted by the day's events. Also, I'm realizing, dude, Booksmart saved the fuck out of us in the last episode, and Hot saved the fuck out of us and Reese in this episode. So, I think that the next one, we are just generally fucked, because I don't think that they'll be being Booksmart and Hot over and over again. I've got to crash. I'll see you tomorrow. All good, Tabitha. She heads to bed without another word. So let's go to bed ourselves. Okay! Chapter 4 was exciting too. Exhausted beyond belief, you stumble into your room and collapse on the bed. As your eyes sink, you realize that something smells off about the room. It smells rotten. Wayne, are you in here, my... What did I say? I thought it was you or Reese, baby. You jolt awake as the door creaks. Don't look so frightened. I was just gonna say goodnight, and to give you a word of advice. Tabitha won't be around tomorrow, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you, and you might be surprised at what you find. Until then, sleep well. Wait. Wayne pauses at the door. Yes? Did you know Reese was like that? Okay, first of all, he's talking about the Forbidden Wing, because Tabitha's not going to be here, so we can explore it ourselves, but I thought that it was chained, so how do we get in? I thought you wanted me to stay at the estate. Aren't you going to lecture me? You wanted me to stay at the estate. Aren't you going to lecture me? I'm at the estate, though. Why are you following me around? Why not Stella or Kanika or Sybil? Why not Tabitha? Thanks for looking out for me tonight. I don't need you looking after me all the time. I'm so glad you're okay. I was worried Reese might have... Seems like Reese gave you a run for your money. I thought you might have done something bad to Stella. Flirt with Wayne. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna say I'm glad you're okay. He's been helpful, okay? Just be appreciative. Wayne emits a strange kind of coughing sound. You realize he's laughing. You managed to catch me off guard. Those constructs of his were an interesting little trick, but that's all they were. You won't be so lucky next time. Okay, so we can say everything. Nice. Did you know Reese was like that? I knew he was different. How exactly I wasn't sure, but now I know. I should be able to make quick work of him next time. But I like him, he's just misunderstood. I can't believe I let him go, he's dangerous. Thanks, he scares me. I think he's just misunderstood. I think that... Dude, what if we get to use Reese in the final chapter, in the final fight? We use both Wayne and Reese. The monsters that are on our side. He's not complex enough to be misunderstood. He's a miserable walking weapon that spends all his time feeling sorry for himself. It would be best for the world if he were put down. Okay, I thought you wanted me to stay at the estate. Aren't you going to lecture me? Oh, because we left the estate in general. You were free to make your own decisions, and those decisions have been made. I know that something pulls at you, and now that it's started, I know that you can't stop until your task is finished. I'll keep you safe while you do what you must. Dude, fucking score! Why are you following me around, though? Because you're special. Haha, I know! That's it. But why? Why am I so special? You simply are. Do you not feel the ties that bind us? They're unbreakable. Good night, Petite Lukey. Wayne leaves your room and closes the door behind him. The damp smell of the mattress is starting to become almost welcoming, a sign that the now daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you, at least until the sun inevitably rises once again. You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese, out in the woods somewhere, truly free for the first time in his life, and then you think of nothing. This is the end of Episode 4. Episode 5 finally awaits. Let's save. Scarlet Hollow Thursday has been complete. That was another really good episode. I feel like this series is just getting better and better, and I'm so into like all the characters and what the mystery actually is. I feel like I'm on the right track, but we're just not given enough information quite yet. But I have been pretty pleased with like the decisions we've been making. Not too many people died. Actually, basically no one so far except for... what was his name? Doug or Dave? The kids are obviously alive. But if you enjoyed, please do let me know. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. Let me know in the comments down below what else you'd like to see. More Scarlet Hollow, other games, other community discussions, one-up videos. Everything I do for you. And go check out other videos on the channel. We have a whole library of variety content. Like I said, it really helps me out. I'm trying to make YouTube something special again. Bring back a feeling of the old YouTube in the new era. So I don't know, share this video, man. Go check out other things. Talk about that feeling outside. I don't know. And intros, I mean, outros are tough. Actually, English in general. Bom, alright, ciao, vediamo.